Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of our brand new series. Yeah, my mic on my phone is on. My God. Yes, episode 1 of our brand new series, Kenshi the Horde. The Horde. I'm really excited. We're gonna be absolutely moitering some zombies. And fun fact, so I'm using sentient sands in this again because it did work out so well during the one-armed Toji run. Again, it's not the main point of it. It's just as a way to kind of supplement and add more drama for the playthrough, right? A little bit more drama, a little bit more roleplay for the playthrough. And as soon as I loaded in, I noticed almost immediately that they were talking about the zombies. Saw those zombie types dragging folks into a bar earlier. Bad omen when the dead start walking. It's immediately aware that there are zombies. It's immediately aware that there's zombies, which is crazy to me. It was instantaneous. Sentient Saints was like, okay, there's zombies. There's zombies happening here. Everyone's kind of got this weird vibe. So I will say for episode 1, because I haven't gotten a chance to do it yet, the character profiles for both Luke and Morgan are not totally correct. They are not totally correct. I'm going to have to go in before the next episode and manually edit them. I did Arthur's, so his is in there, but that is about it. So this is our main character and father figure. This is Arthur, former paladin of the Holy Nation. He's a brooding fellow. Look at him. He's a beast. He's an absolute unit, a beast. All right. And then these are his children, Luke and Morrigan. So for those of you who are unaware, because I said it in the Discord earlier, but not everybody's obviously in the Discord. The story for our dear compatriot here is that he is a former Holy Nation paladin. Okay. And during a routine scouting mission, as a Holy Nation paladin, during a routine scouting mission, he saw the undead for the first time. Arthur here, he saw the undead. He saw what was coming. He saw the Horde. And when his team returned, he tried to inform the Holy Nation. He tried to inform his leadership what he had saw and warn them of what he had saw, and rather than heeding his warning, they branded him as a heretic. They branded him as a doomsayer, a naysayer, and they sentenced him and his entire family to death for being a heretic, right? For claiming to have lost faith in Okran, when in reality he just saw what was coming. And so they branded him a heretic, but they sentenced his whole family to death. Being him and his son and his daughter, but he's not going to take that so lightly. He's a grizzled warrior. I mean, look at him. He's a warrior. He's seen some shit, and so he took his son and his daughter and he fled. So now he is exiled by the Holy Nation. He is currently wanted by the Holy Nation. He is exiled by them. And him and his children are going to attempt to ride out the apocalypse, to survive and build a commune, build an outpost with the survivors as the infection gets progressively worse. We're using the Outbreak mod, so the infection, the zombies, will get progressively more intense. They will get stronger. They will get more aggressive, to the point where when you get to the third wave, the third type of zombie, tier 3s, it is by design supposed to be almost impossible to survive, but we're going to try our best. We're going to see if Arthur and his kids, Luke and Morrigan, can in fact survive the apocalypse, create a safe haven that they can ride out the end of times with. But that's where we are so far. Again, the character profiles for Luke and Morrigan are not currently correct. They just have like the random pre-gen ones. So are we racist? I think that at this point, I think that Arthur may have some All right, so I'm going to say Morrigan is not. Luke is probably a little bit, right? Arthur is pragmatic, right? Arthur is a pragmatic character. I think that he'll have a level of distrust, but his main priority right now is surviving the apocalypse. His main priority right now is surviving the apocalypse and surviving the Horde. And that means if he has to work with Shaq, if he has to work with Hivers, he will happily do so. He's wanted by the Holy Nation. They kicked him out for being a heretic for spreading the truth. He's pragmatic. He doesn't care about any of that stuff. He's a family man and he's pragmatic. He's willing to put down his hatred of the other races in order to move forward. But I do think that he will have a degree of skepticism and annoyance. I think that Luke is probably going to be the more aggressive of the two because he's younger, you know? Arthur's older. I think Arthur's probably in his 40s, early 40s, early to mid 40s, right? He doesn't have a bounty with the Holy Nation, but he does have negative 100 Holy Nation relations. Like we're wanted by the Holy Nation. So I could have. When I was making the start, I didn't think to do it. So, you know, he's older, you know, he's grizzled, he's wise. He's not really in this for anything other than protecting his family. That's it. That's all he's here for. Will other survivors join the family? Yeah. I mean, again, he's pragmatic. He understands what's going on, and he knows that, like, the only way they're going to make it through this is if they work together. The whole ideology of Shaq, Hivers, all of that stuff has lost meaning in the way of the oncoming storm that is the apocalypse. And for everybody who just joined, because when I first brought it up, there was only a couple of people in chat. I'm using Sentient Sands again because it made the roleplay in the Toji series just so compelling. It immediately noticed that there were zombies. It immediately brought it up. The second line that was said was, saw those zombie types dragging folks into the bar earlier. When the dead start walking, it means something's rotten at the core. Like, it's already recognized there are zombies, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. It'd be cool to make houses for different families and people. Yeah, no, I think we're going to make like not just a base, but like an actual like haven, a city with like different homes. I want it to feel a little bit more, less like an outpost or a base with like a function and more like an actual city, right? Like a haven. So that's something that I'm definitely looking at. Definitely something that I'm looking at. What's the story with his children? So Morrigan, because she's in the Holy Nation, she's got a bit of an aggression, right? She's got a bit attitude, but she also was raised as, you know, a woman in the Holy Nation, so she has been very like suffocated in terms of her upbringing, right? Very sequestered from the rest of the world, right? And so now she's got some freedom. She's a little bit more like she's figuring out who she is, but she's a little bit more aggressive. She's a little bit more standout. She's, you know, giving herself an identity because she's gone for so long without having one. As for Luke, Luke's character, he's going to be he was in the middle of training to become a paladin like his father, right? Who's been a paladin for many, many years. He was in the middle of his training to become a paladin like his father. And so he is a bit more of the three of them, he's probably the most xenophobic of them. He's going to be the one that's the most distrustful of the Shaq, the most distrustful of the Hivers, the most anti all of that stuff, pro Okernism, all of that stuff. But he's going to be tempered. The goal is to see if we can temper him using Arthur, who is his father, you know? So it's going to be an interesting dynamic. But the end goal here is to survive the apocalypse. I don't know how this is going to function in terms of the Outbreak mod. I've never used it. I'm actually using it at the request of Pato. He's the one that originally brought it up to me like many playthroughs ago. I think back during the Sith Reborn playthrough, or even during the Dwarf run he may have done it, but I think it was during the Sith playthrough is when he brought it up. But yeah, let the dead chew on him if they want. Yeah, the dialogue already immediately recognizes that there are zombies, which I think is absolutely stunning. Truly incredible. Truly incredible. So yeah, that's kind of where we are with this right now. Wow, they are really talkative. My God. Okay, so in terms of supplies, we're starting out. We have one thing of food, a little bit of Gohan, a little bit of repair kits. We have one repair kit. Obviously, as the Paladin, he's got the Crusader armor with some with a combat cleaver, Katunwan Metal combat cleaver. Luke also has a combat cleaver, although I'm going to trade the combat cleavers with him because he's got the better one. That makes more sense. So Luke has a combat cleaver as well, but he was not enlisted, so he doesn't have armor. And then she is dressed simply in vest and pants with a scavenger backpack because she would not have had access to the to the things. So we need to get Luke a big Shek mommy. I know. No. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're gonna kind of see where things go. So Arthur is obviously running things. He's gonna be a little bit more of a bit grittier of a character than Toji was. Toji, especially towards the end, was a bit more like relaxed. I think he was a bit more not go with the flow, but like he'd wizened up, Whereas Arthur's already old, but he's grizzled and he's been a soldier for 20 years. And he's seen some things and seen some stuff. I mean, look at him. Look at his face. My guy is scarred to hell. He's seen some things. He has seen some stuff. And then you got a son who kind of looks like him but younger. He looks like a younger version of him that maybe doesn't have that grizzle. He's a bit more bit more impulsive, a bit more angry. And then they're his daughter, who's obviously she's got all the stuff that we talked about there before as well. So their dialogue maybe not quite as correct as I want it to be right now for the first episode. I will have that fixed by episode 2. So all right, son, need to move southward. Hate to say it, but we need to hold on, but we should head into the Shek cities and gather supplies. All right. Southward in the Shek territory, fine by me. Anything's better than rotting here with a bar cart, water's on its ground. Yeah, so like once I fix his dialogue, Luke, he'll be a lot more like aggressive and anti-Holy Nation things. So, I mean, anti anything that's not Holy Nation, because he's young. He's young and impulsive, and he's kind of bought into the narrative, and he was trained to be a paladin like his father. And I imagine there's going to be a bit of resentment there, because his dad's, from his perspective, his dad's kind of turned his back on the Holy Nation principles, turned his back on Okrinism, because his dad values his kids more. He values his life and his kids' life more, and he's not going to die in some foolish war that he knows they can't win. And he's not going to sacrifice his kids for that. So Arthur's being a dad, in spite of his beliefs, and Luke is going to be, a younger, more impulsive, reckless, and maybe less grizzled version of that. It's cool. It's going to be good. Also, Damnation, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, stick around. We have a pretty good chat. If you have any Kenshi lore questions, do feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them. Answer them as if I can, as much as I can, to the best of my ability. So his son doesn't know that he was branded as a heretic, or does he think the Holy Nation is wrong here? He is following his dad because I think he would believe that his dad knows what he's doing, but he internally has reservations, right? Like, his dad is his hero. He was training to be a paladin, not just because he's required to, but because his dad is his hero. And so when his dad shows up in the middle of the night and says they need to pack the bags and go, and then they flee, he's going to listen because he respects his dad. His dad is his hero. But he's got that integral... the Holy Nation principles are deeply ingrained into his personality. Have you ever experienced that bug where an NPC keeps repeating that he's already joined your party but hasn't joined yet? Yeah, in that instance, use the debug. It's /join. Sometimes it works. Like, so I've gotten people to join my party in Sentient Saints without... I've gotten people to join my party without using the /join, but you don't have... Like, it's kind of buggy because it depends on the wording that you use. So you have to sometimes use the debug, which is /join or /follow, depending on what you're trying to do. So, but the dialogue can lead to people joining your party. I've had people join my party without me having to use /join, but you do have to use it sometimes. I get a question. Did you ever do lore on the Skeleton Bandits? I haven't done a video on the Skeleton Bandits, but I do have some lore on them. The Skeleton Bandits are run by Elder, who is a insane skeleton from the rebellion against the First Empire. My belief, especially post my Catlon, is Okran theory, is that Elder was a member of the anti-human party that Catlon and his team were fighting during the Age of Chaos. He's one of the surviving members of the anti-human party, and he is continuing that mission now, but with a decrease in skeletons because they lost the Civil War and skeleton kind is finite. He's basically just taking advantage of human gullibility and their forgetfulness of what had happened, manipulating and twisting history around to his ends, and making it so he can have humans kill humans under the pretense that Stobe was like a great destroyer, but he's lying. He was one of the anti-humans that were born from the rebellion of against the First Empire, and during the Age of Chaos, when the Skeleton Civil War was going on, Catlon and his pro-human side were on one side. The anti-humans, of whom I think Elder was a part of, I don't think he was a leader, I think he was a part of it, was on the other. And then after, obviously, Catlon's side won, the Second Empire rose up to protect humanity once the anti-humans were crushed. And I think Elder is just a remnant of that civil war. I have a lore question. Why is the hub at the start of every game? What happened there? Well, it's at the start of every game because it is a non-built-up city. It's a ruin, right? So there's no shops. There's nothing really here except for a bar. Place where you can get some food, a place where you can rest up. All of the buildings here are purchasable, so if you wanted to make this your first base, you can. You can, instead of getting deep into the building and settlement system early on, you can buy buildings in the hub and base here. And that is a good way to kind of get used to building interiors and having a safe place to base and set up early game. Additionally, it's in the border zone, which, well, not literally in the center of the map, for all intent and purposes, is in the center-ish of the map. And it's in a relatively low-level area of the map, being the border zone, being only has starving bandits, dust bandits, and stuff. It's because this is effectively the easiest central location in the game, with a starting location that allows you to dive into the settlement system if you want to, or avoid it, gives you a safer place to set up, and doesn't bind you to one singular faction because the hub isn't owned by anybody. Now, the hub is like this because it was originally owned by the Holy Nation. It got taken by the Shek. Then the Shek held it for like a month or so. The Holy Nation kept battering it. Eventually, the Shek realized that they couldn't survive a war of attrition and burned it down to the ground before leaving. And then the Holy Nation, when they went to go reclaim it, kept getting killed by the shinobi thieves and the trade ninjas. And so now they think that it's haunted. So the Shek won it but abandoned it. The Holy Nation won it back but abandoned it, and they're afraid of it. So, yeah. Okay. All right, let's head down this way. Now, Morgan is non-combatant right now. I think that at the moment she is non-combatant. She'll end up becoming combatant later on. Discover zombie force invasion building. What is that? What is that? Again, I've never used this mod before, like the Outbreak mod, so I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Zombie force invasion building. I don't know, but that didn't sound good. Oh shit, these are zombies. Oh my god, fucking look at them. They're terrifying. Oh my god, look at them. They're fucking terrifying. And they eat people. Fun fact, they don't just kill them, they eat them. Oh my god, they're terrifying. Why are they all hivers? Are they all hivers? I might have to fix that. There might be a bug in the mod in the mod that I have to fix. I can go back in and fix that. That's fine. Why are they all hivers? Oh my god, they're fucking terrifying. Okay, all right. Yeah, I have a patch that, because originally the zombies used weapons. They all had like various weapons and stuff, and I didn't really like that because I thought it wasn't very zombie-esque. So instead, I have a mod that removes their weapons, except for the unique ones that are involved in some of the world state changes. So they are. They're hivers wearing headgear. I know. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna head down to the Shek territories. I think that's the smarter option. Because there be zombies down there, and they are Nasty, 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 nasty creatures. This mod just on zombie spawns all over the world and nothing more. The people in towns won't be affected, at least when I played. Oh, no, 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 no. You are incorrect. The Outbreak mod does far more than that. Far more than that. The Outbreak mod has 3 tiers of zombies. This is not the zombie horde mod. This is the Outbreak mod, okay? It adds 3 tiers of zombies. The first tier is just your basic normal infected, a little bit of stats here and there. It's strong enough to wipe out small towns, right? Like small little settlements like, Holy Nation Farms, stuff like that, okay? The second wave is enough to where towns and cities will start to have difficulty. Large towns will have difficulty. Small towns will be wiped off the map. They'll be taken over. By wave 3, they will take out and destroy cities. They will destroy whole cities. They'll kill everybody. They'll eat the populace. They'll kill everybody. This is not just they add small zombie spawns throughout the map. No, 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 no. This is a whole different experience. The end goal with the Outbreak mod is that you face a wave at tier 3 that is supposed to be so hard you can't beat it. And we're going to try to beat it. That's the point. We're going to try and survive. We're going to try and survive. Yeah, this is the Outbreak mod, my friend. The Outbreaks. All right, we're going to head down to Squin. Spend some time amongst the Shek. You need to be recruiting everyone you see. Well, we're going to head down to the Holy Nation. And I mean, not to the Holy Nation. We're not wanted there. Yeah, you can already see the zombies down here fighting what I think are starving bandits. Yeah, got to be careful on that. Got to get out of the Horde. Yeah, so I'm going to head down to the Shek Kingdom because I think that if we head there, we can hole up there for a little while. The Shek should be able to deal with some of the early ones. The Shek should be able to deal with some of the early ones. Dust bandits fighting zombies. Good to know. Also, each stage of the infection is triggered by killing a specific unique NPC during a raid. So, like, the zombie infestation may not move forward until we kill that particular NPC, but they'll come after you during a raid. So once we set up a base and get really set up and they start raiding people, that's when things are gonna go south. All right, we got dust bandits on our tail. We're gonna try and move away from some of them. Worst case, Arthur should be able to take some of them. He ain't gonna be able to take all of them though. Yeah, we got dust bandits. We gotta move. We gotta move. I think we can actually outrun them. You're moving at... it doesn't say. Okay, we should be able to outrun them, though. We're moving at a pretty good speed. Arthur can take a couple of them. He's got 20 across the board. But Luke and Morrigan are... I mean, Luke can help fight, but he's not going to be as good. And then Morrigan... I don't know what she's going to end up doing yet, what her skills are going to be. I don't know if she's going to go martial arts or what she's going to do, but... if we can get away from the vast majority of them, I can have Arthur stop and fight. Yeah, okay. So, Arthur, you're going to pop over here and you're going to fight this dude. Finish him off. Nice. Hero, I saw you play Project Cthulhu. Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it immensely. It was absolute ton of fun. Absolute ton of fun. I'm going to make Morrigan our medic for right now. Do you ever have archers? So not typically, but in this run, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna. Nice. Take him down. Take him down. All right, Luke, we're gonna give you his gear. Or at least his, and we'll give you his hat, too. Good, good, good. All right, and we're going to continue heading down towards Squin. A tide of undead has swept through the hub and beyond, dragging dust bandits, shinobis, traders, trade ninjas, and desperate bloody scum that left dozens of walking corpses crumbling in the dust. Another day of senseless attrition in the Borderlands. My God. My God. Like I said, I think Arthur, well, Arthur is, an Okranite, I think that he's a pragmatic one and he understands the situation. He's willing to be like, listen, I don't really care. Like his main priority is his family. Arthur's a family man. His main priority is his family. Well, since Hero might not see it, and I wasn't here at the beginning, what's the gimmick of this series? You got an undead mod? Yes, it is. It is an undead apocalypse mod. It is a former Holy Nation paladin and his son and daughter who fled the Holy Nation after being accused of heresy are trying to survive and ride out an oncoming zombie apocalypse using the Outbreak mod. And we're going to be adding sentient sands just to increase the dialogue. You know, give a little bit more drama. A little bit more drama. I think Hero isn't a fan or it just doesn't come to mind for him. What are we talking about? I love when my sentient sands NPCs start talking about getting water from a well when I have 20 automatic wells at my base. Oh. I mean, I just, you know, I like, I've tweaked my sentient sands enough to where I don't get as much of that dial. Oh man, they're moving in. Their zombies are moving in towards the city. Okay, so the Shek are already starting to experience raid. They're already starting to experience raids. A family drama set at the end of the world. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the Shek are already starting to experience zombie raids. They're trying to bum rush in. Now they'll be okay early on, but yeah, this is going to be a good one. Kids, the hub didn't last long. The hub don't last long. Either they get snatched by Fogmen or learn to cut the throats before they can read. Look like they've got some fight in them though. I have no. Oh, kids in the hub. I see. All right, Arthur, you're gonna do your thing. You're gonna get the kids into the city. Yell to Luke to do it. Take your sister and get inside the city walls. Help the guards hold off these sisters. Tell his sister what's going on. You're not holding off anything alone. Morgan can run, but I'm staying right here with you beside you with this cleaver. Not. That's an order. Now go. See, I like that. I like that. There's a dynamic. There's a dynamic, and I like that. Okay, so we got one martial artist. Arthur's over here doing Arthur things. I'm gonna take his hat. I like his hat. You got a nice hat. I'm gonna take your hat. Hide your identity a bit. Put these guys out. Oh man. Okay, so you guys get inside here. On hold. Arthur's out here helping to fight him off. Yeah. I agree about the snowy portion of Project Cthulhu. It's funny, so during the playthrough I made regular mentions that I thought that the snow aspect of Project Cthulhu was one of my favorite parts of in terms of map changes. You need to show Pato a storyline how to set up sentient. His is nowhere near as responsive. Yeah, I plan on working with him. I'm going to be chatting with him quite a bit tomorrow because we have the podcast tomorrow. So I'm going to be chatting with him a bit tomorrow. I'll help him out. Oh man. Okay. All right. So, all right, we're in the city. God damn, that stings. Next time I tell you to take your sister and run, you don't argue with me. Your father and you will listen when, to me on this. Okran, gods be damned. God damn it. Not gonna argue with me on this crap, man. Not gonna argue with me on this crap. Fine, I'll listen, but if you drop, I'm dragging your corpse away from whatever's chewing on it. I'm not gonna respond. Not gonna respond. I don't think I would respond. I got a couple of really cool vanilla armor mods that add in like some unique gear too that will really, make things cooler, make things good. Just wanted to pop in and thank you for getting me into Kenshi. Loved listening to your lore videos while I ate meals. It's been one heck of a game to learn, but funny as hell sometimes. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I am absolutely glad that you're enjoying it. Oh, what is this? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I just got a notification for something. Got some more stuff going on tomorrow. We've got for anybody who's who's watches the podcast or anything like that. We have a very, very cool episode of the Tengu's Vault podcast tomorrow. It is episode 9 of the podcast, and Pato and I are going to be watching the Meet the Makers video from last May, and we're going to be dissecting it and talking about it and peeking through it to see if we can find any clues or information or anything like that on Kenshi 2 in the background and the subtext and talking about the things they're talking about. And so we're going to be doing that tomorrow. We're going to be dissecting and breaking down the Meet the Makers video from last year. Very, very exciting. Super stoked about it. Super stoked. Sentient Sans question, can you set up personalities for it to remember on characters that you control so they could talk to each other in character? Absolutely. If you, in my last series, in the One-Armed Toji series, I had it set up that way where characters would where their backstories were all intertwined. Toji and Riku were in beeps. Riku mentioned Toji's. In Toji's backstory, it mentioned, when I updated his story, it mentioned Ghost and Riku and Beep and all that stuff. And they would talk to each other and remember things and do all of those things on their own. They interacted with each other on their own and talked about things that had happened on their own without me having to prompt them. Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tutorial on Sentient Sans? Yeah, I can probably put something together on Sentient Sans and how to make it work. I ended up figuring out quite a bit on how to set up individual character profiles during the last run because I kept having issues with Beep acting like a robot. And so I went through and like really created a super in-depth character profile for Beep. And we got it to look really, really good. We got it to look really, really good. Got it to look really good. So by the end of the One-Armed Toji playthrough, I had it set up pretty well. I'm going to do a pretty in-depth setup during this run as well to get things working the way that I want them to. But yeah, okay, all right, back to it. So we're here. All right, we need to find a way to make some money fast. The Horde isn't gonna take long for it starts to overrun this place. Is Toji completed? Toji is completed. Yeah, the series finale was last night. I don't know how long it would take to set that up. It takes like an hour or so if you do it right. Depending on how quick you are at writing and how in depth you want to go on individual characters. I think like you can usually get a good, if for like 5 or 6 characters, you can get a good setup where they'll have really good interactions with each other within, an hour or 2 of setup. And then after that, everything else kind of just falls into place because characters will build off of each other. The dead are stirring something fierce. I've got a first aid kit I can part with, but we'll need more bandages than this. Check the bodies from that scrap through the gate. From that scrap at the gate, the guards might have left something worth looting. Yeah, so like she recognizes that there was a fight at the gate. That's so fucking cool. So good. So good. Luke, I am gonna walk through town and try to find some bodies to join us. I know how you feel about Shaq, but we need to put that behind us right now. Now, if we are to survive. I want you to go check the bodies out front for supplies to sell for money. Fine, I'll pick through the corpses. Don't expect me to share a fire with a bunch of horn bastards after. Watch yourself. This is their home. Don't want more enemies than we already have. Does Hero have a win condition in this series, or is it just kind of a survive as long as possible? Unsure how drastic the undead mod gets. It's to survive tier 3, kill the unique NPCs, the unique zombies in tier 3. Survive through that. Yeah. I hear you, but their tongues are sharp as their horn. I'll keep my mouth shut if they keep their insults to themselves. Fair enough. And mention nothing of us hailing from the north. From the north. They are even less fond of Okrin than we are. They are even less fond of Okrin than humans in general. Fine, I'll keep my mouth shut about the North. Just don't expect me to bow and scrape to their approval. Yeah, keep your bitching, man. Keep your bitching. So the Undead mod has stages of severities. I assume 3 is all... Yeah, by stage 2, all small settlements are supposed to be destroyed. Like, it'll take Holy Farms, the outposts, all that stuff will be destroyed. They'll all be dead. They'll kill them all, and they'll eat them too. That's the thing. And then by stage 3, even major cities like Admag, like Blister Hill, all that stuff, they will start to have serious issue, and some of them may even fall. And the best part is I have Reactive World on, right? So when you factor in the undead and Reactive World, the world's going to be constantly shifting in terms of who has what, and I'll never understand why. All right, we're going to send Luke out to go gather supplies. We're going to have him loot some of these things here. Some of these clothes and shit like that to sell. You horn folks sure talk a lot for people standing around at the gate while the rest of us scrape by. You got any better idea? Dude, he immediately starts talking shit. You had one fucking job. He had one job. He immediately starts talking shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. He literally immediately starts talking shit. He had one fucking job. His dad told him to do one fucking thing. He said, "Do not talk shit to the Shek. Don't talk shit to the Shek." And what's he immediately do? He starts talking shit to the Shek. Oh my god. It kills me. It kills me. The drama. I know, literally the drama. Actually, I like that better. I like that better. I'm appalled by this. He had literally one job. Literally one job. Fucking kids, man. He walks right into the Shek territory and just starts running his mouth. All right. So, as you can see, I have a good number of unique armors as well. I thought it'd be fun to add some more unique gear to the playthrough. The outfit played out. All right, so we got 450. It's not a lot, that is for sure, but it'll do for right now. Where's this sell for? 208? Yeah. Yeah. I think Riku would be a great addition to this group. It's so funny how everyone's like, Riku. It's funny. It's funny. This is my first time on the stream, on your stream. How often do you stream? I stream every Sunday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every Thursday, I do a non-Kenshi stream as kind of like a palate cleanse. I usually have been playing Elden Ring with another YouTuber named Muffin Top. Yeah, so I stream every Sunday through Thursday 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch and YouTube until the fall, and then my days will stay probably the same, but my hours will change. But 5 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I usually stream from 8:30 to 11:30 midnight, give or take, because then I go to the gym afterwards. Okay, so Arthur is going to head over towards one of these bars. We're going to grab some recruits. Yeah, there's already zombies running in here. I mean, they're getting bad attacked from both ends right now. I mean, Ruka. I'm Toji pilled after the series. I'm glad so many, like, Toji resonated with so many people. The ending for me was just fucking chef's kiss, man. Absolutely stunning. The ending was absolutely stunning. Loved it. Chef's kiss. We gotta find Ruka. I definitely think I want to recruit Ruka. Arthur's he's a pragmatic man, you know, he's not here for this whole again, his main focus is keeping his family safe, keeping his kids safe. He's willing to suck up his pride and work with Shek if he has to, right? Especially now that you know, the Holy Nation hates him, so I'm subbed for the Kenshi. No, totally fair, totally fair. Totally fair. I do Thursdays non-Kenshi streams as a palate cleanse, not just for other people, but for me too, right? Like, I got to do something every so often that's not Kenshi for the sake of breathing. I do so much Kenshi, you know? So. What if the sun gets close to Beep in a protective fatherly way, and that's what shifts him away from the races? I don't know. It depends. It depends on what happens with the dialogue. You know, these things could go in many directions, I didn't see Ruka in any of these buildings. I'm wondering if she spawned in another, like, at one of the way stations or something instead of here. It's possible. We don't want to linger for too long, though. I don't know how long these cities will hold out, because they're just going to keep getting attacked. They're going to just keep getting attacked. I don't know how long they're going to keep getting, like, get swarmed for, but they are just going to keep getting attacked. So, Arthur, have that damn Okran faith. I have a plan. We're gonna go down to Tahiti, Arthur. I won't be surprised if one day Kenshi multiplayer is the thing. Somebody's already working on it. The biggest shame of the century is that we didn't get a Red Dead Redemption 2 Undead Nightmare 2. Biggest shame. Okay, well, I'm not seeing Ruka here, so we may end up having to move on from that, which is unfortunate. At least for now. She's probably in either an AdMag or at the way station down south, but she's probably at an AdMag, but okay, let's head to the way station down here, because I'm going to train up on some of the Band of Bones. Probably the best place to be. I gotta train up Luke and Morrigan on Band of Bones. I'm rolling from the Red Dead 2 reference. Had to be done. For the love of Narco, let there be no Guarma in this game. Stay away from Guarma, Arthur. Hey, Evil, thank you so much for the gifted. Absolute unit over here. The goat. Who are these? These more zombies? Yeah, we got more zombies up here. I think they're fighting a... Are they fighting a goat? They're fighting a goat! Zombies versus goats. We know who wins that. We know who wins zombies versus goats. Hell yeah. Kick his goaty ass. They did do an Red Dead Redemption online event, but from what I heard, it was kind of awkward. It's not the same, though, too. Like, I don't know, it misses part of it. Wait, what are they talking about? I counted 3 bodies the guards didn't bother dragging off. They'll draw the bone dogs by nightfall. Squin's getting sloppy. He's just talking so much shit, dude. I haven't even programmed his personality yet, and he's already talking so much shit. It's so funny. It's so funny. They're tired, not sloppy. Even a Shek gets worn down when the dead keep pounding the gates. I saw one of them puking behind the barracks. That's not strength, that's exhaustion wearing a helmet. Dude, this is so cool how it's already acknowledged, like, the zombies being a significant threat and, like, cities having to fight zombies off and stuff. It's really cool. Then we're sitting on a powder keg. If the guards are ragged, one good wave will crack them open. Father's plan better include moving before the next tide rolls in. Relax. We are headed south now. There is a way station a little ways out that will give us a short respite. We can't linger long, though. I don't know how long it will hold against the Horde. The character dynamics are already on point. Yeah, no, honestly, they're already there. They're already there. It's good. Older's worse. Remember those? Hold on. Oh, I don't know. They're talking about something. They say, Jesus Christ, man, there's so much dialogue here. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Okay, south, huh? Better than standing around waiting for the gates to crack. Just hope the way station has a roof that doesn't leak, and a keeper who doesn't ask too many questions. The well water's got copper bite to it now, means some leaching from the ground. Corpses, maybe, or something older. Older's worse. Remember those rusted pipes outside the floodlands? Water tasted like blood for a week. Wow, they've already got, like, a whole memory, a whole dialogue between each other, like memories and shit that haven't happened. At least the Shek here keep the pumps running. He's talking to a trader near the way station, trying to yada yada. Yeah, I mean that's cool. That's cool. All right, let's move to the way station. The Hiver only playthrough is after this one. Nice UI. I've used a compacted one that combines a few together, but the portraits were too small. It included what you're using. Care to share which one you're using, please? I'm using the dark vanilla UI. That's all. Dark vanilla. I like the rusted, like, tone of vanilla, like the rusted parchment look of it, but I didn't like the actual color, like the beige, yellowy paper color. So I use dark UI so I can still have best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. By the way, are you using a paid version of the provider to your sentient AI? So for all of season 1 almost, I was using the free version. So you can definitely get really good dialogue with the free version. It just takes a bit of extra work. But for season 2, I was using DeepSeek because it responds faster. So, you ever see that dude who built a wall across the entire map? Are you talking about Ambiguous Amphibian or are you talking about Slippin'? Yeah, which one are you talking about? Because I've seen both. I thought Materdum did. Materdum may have done it too. I've seen all of them. Oh, some dumb guy? I've seen him too. Yeah. I've seen a few people do the whole build a wall. We're gonna build a wall. Okay, we're gonna build a giant fucking wall. A giant wall. We're gonna build a big old wall. Alright, so we're gonna pop in here. See who's in here. Alright, so there's a handful of people here. Whoa, what is... Oh, that's a beard. I thought he had like an iron jaw or something. It's just his beard. It's funny. That's funny. Okay. Who's up top? Anybody up here? There's a couple people. Hey, look, it's Kylo. He kind of looks like Riku, but he's not. His name is Kylo. He's Riku's older brother, Kylo. We're gonna build a wall. We're gonna build a big old wall, baby. The biggest wall. There's never been a wall this big before. We're gonna build a wall. Okay, it's gonna be the biggest wall. We're gonna keep the zombies out. Alright, the zombies, they're gonna come in. They're gonna steal our job. They're gonna steal all of our job. They're gonna kidnap our women. God, I love our women. These zombies, okay, they're coming in. They're threatening Kenshi's infrastructure. They've been going pee-pee in our coke for years. Okay, we can't have any of that. How would you like me to deal with the zombies? We're gonna build a wall and make it pay for it. It's gonna be the greatest wall that you've ever seen, and maybe that there ever was. Okay. We got a handful of people here. We're gonna go over to these tech hunters. Are you gonna add skeletons to the party? I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of letting the role play kind of decide a lot of the. I'm kind of letting the role play keep a lot of the the ideas, like the direction. Decide a lot of the direction for the playthrough. So. Okay, so we're looking for some people to join us. We need some individuals. The views are good today. They are good. It's because it's the start of a new series. I find that the first or like a couple episodes of a new series, the views are always really good, which is cool. So, I do find. Okay, so we have these tech hunters here, and we also have these mercenaries. Nope, Oi was Toji's thing. Hello. I come seeking aid from, I'm seeking aid. I hear, your band is that of mercenaries. Is that so? See what happens. I'm talking to this Waver Bell individual. Oh, speaking of cybernetics, I have a really cool mod that I'm not going to spoil yet, but I do have a really cool mod that involves cybernetics on this. Got a really cool one that involves cybernetics. Yeah, I thought it worked out. So I was kind of going for like an Arthurian kind of vibe with the names. So you have Arthur, you have Morrigan, then you have Luke. Kind of just like an old English Arthurian vibe because they're from the Holy Nation, you know. And so I wanted to give them a vibe that was kind of like that old, early medieval era English, European Arthurian style deal, you know. That's right. We sell steel and skill to whoever's got the cats. What's your trouble, Exile? My son and daughter travel with me. Hold on. They are not... I can offer a group rate if you're hiring for the whole family. How many days of protection are we talking? They're not equipped for battle. Especially not against a horde of zombies. I don't think he'd say zombies. A horde of the dead. We seek those with skill to accompany us as we travel for a while, and perhaps no, I'm just gonna say travel for a while. I don't think he would want somebody else to train his kids. I can offer 300 cats up front. 300 cats is a light purse for a job that might see us wading through a tide of walking corpses. I'll need at least 500 for the group. That's just to get you to the nearest safe gate. I can do 450. That's all I have. Arthur's he's you know, experienced. 450 then, you got a deal, but don't expect us to throw our lives away for that price. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh shit, someone's being eaten outside. Oh no. Oh no. Throw our lives away for that price. We'll get you to the nearest gate and no further. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Where are these? Where's the leader of these tech hunters? He's up top. I'm gonna manually have them follow me. Gotta find their leader. I mean, not tech hunters, mercenaries. Sorry, the mercenaries. Where's your leader? Out here. All right. Follow. I'll pay him in a second. Follow. So we're gonna get a small band of these guys. These are temporary though. They're not like recruited. They're just following us. Deal. 450 it is then. And Sentient Sand should take the 450 from me. Okay, so there's that. Fair enough. Hand over the cats and we'll get moving. I'll rouse the others. All right. So they've taken the money. They've taken the money. What's the closest thing to a wizard in Kenshi? Someone like the Bugmaster? Probably. Eventually, all of Hero's characters become OP. I removed some of the more overpowered mods from from this playthrough. I don't have as many of them. I don't have pretty much any of them, actually. I removed almost all of them. Last season, the armor was what did. I removed all of that stuff. Cannibal Grand Wizard. Cannibal Grand Wizard, the idea behind him is just that, like, they vilified him. I mean, he's already vilified, but they had to, like, demonize him even more, like, make him seem like a supernatural threat instead of just, like, the abhorrent monster that he is. They had to like mythangelize him and turn him into a grand wizard, right? He's an evil wizard. Some people have made the claim that, like, he's the grand wizard as a reference to, like, the KKK, and that's, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be very blunt about this, it's utter nonsense. The only reason people think that is because there's the Cannibal Expanded mod gives the cannibals the pointy hats. They give them the pointy armor with the pointy hats. The Grand Wizard title is the only thing that people have to try and connect them to the KKK. There's literally nothing else there to give them in terms of any similarities. There is far more there to use the fact that they have a wizard in the title, and then the depiction of the holy flame on his stomach, on the stomach of the females, painted on their stomach, and their backstory during the in the lore. There's far more to connect them to early medieval era Europe, especially again with the nomenclature, right? They have the European nomenclature with the wizard, and that kind of stuff. They have the holy flame on their stomach. Like the whole idea behind the Grand Wizard thing being the KKK is that the Grand Wizard is the name, and that the expanded mod gave them the pointy hats, which made it look even more like that was the thing. Like, there's literally no actual reason that people can explain to me why they are based on the KKK. Like, there's nothing to explain that, especially when you consider that the game was made by someone who lives in the fucking UK. Like, the KKK is not really a thing over there. They don't really have that as a thing, as an issue. Like, I really sincerely doubt that Chris was like, you know what, I'm going to make a bunch of cannibals and name them after the KKK. Like, that's crazy. That's ludicrous, guys. Come on. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I always thought that was a weird choice for the pointy hat when they had a leader called Grand Wizard. Yeah, it's all part of the mod. They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. It was done on purpose. It's all part of the Cannibal Expanded mod. Cannibals are still less racist than the Ochre Knights. They don't discriminate what people they eat. I mean, in fairness, the Ochre Knights are no more racist than the UC or the Shek. It's all equal parts. All of them are racist. You know, the Ochre Knights are just the most identifiable comparatively to like our real world because, you know, they're human. Yeah. And they're based on early medieval era Europe and all that stuff. So it's just easier to view them as that. The UC is classist, not racist. Tell that to the Hivers. Tell that to the Hiver drones. Tell that to the Hivers. Anyway. Yeah, the KKK is literally not a thing in the UK. We don't really have any reference for them in popular culture. Well, that's my point, right? Like, the whole connotation of, like, Oh, you're you know the Grand Wizard is a KKK reference is literally just because of like the name is the same. But like when you look at the lore for the cannibals, when you look at when they started, when you look at their potential connection to the Holy Nation, it makes a lot more sense that their nomenclature has a medieval era Arthurian like European style nomenclature because the Holy Nation has all that stuff too. It just makes more sense. Hero, how much money do we need to toss at you to make you do a Holy Nation playthrough? I know your heart yearns for it. If listen, I'm not the kind of person to set like donation like minimums and stuff. But if I could hit the dono goal like a couple of times this month, that would be cool. Like I do have like my daily goal that we hope to hit. If I were to hit it, that would be cool. But I'll probably end up doing a Holy Nation run regardless. Like I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna do a run unless you guys give me money. That's a dick move. What do I look like, DSP? No. I'll do it eventually anyway. But it would be cool if I did hit the daily goal a couple of times this month. It'd be nice. But no, I'll probably end up doing one eventually anyway. By the way, all of us hate the KK. Oh, yeah. Like that's my thing. That's fine. We all agree on that, right? That's not the point. The point is that I don't think that the cannibals are based anywhere on that. They have nothing to do with each other. I haven't even put the two together until this conversation, to be honest. It isn't the first thing that crossed my mind. It wasn't the first thing that crossed my mind either. It's just I've noticed a lot on like in my comment sections on like my Holy Nation video. I'm not my Holy Nation on my my cannibals video, in some of my shorts on Reddit, in Discords. Like I've had people tell me that like swear up and down like I have no idea what I'm talking about. My theory is totally wrong. The cannibals are based on the KKK. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? No, they're not. There's literally no connection you can make besides the title Grand Wizard. And even then, again, it makes far more sense to connect it to the early medieval era, Dark Age Europe, early medieval era, Arthurian nomenclature that's used with the Holy Nation, especially when you consider the possible connection between the two. Doesn't matter if player 2 gets installed on an SSD or not. I mean, I would put it on an SSD. I put everything on an SSD. The problem is that you're listening to Reddit. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't listen to Reddit. I hop on there sometimes. Reddit's Reddit. I hate Reddit. I really hate Reddit. I use it because for like advertising and stuff for the channel and for the podcast. But I honestly I can't stand Reddit. It's a cesspool. My kind opinion. The problem that I have with Reddit is that it's just a massive echo chamber. I don't like when everyone has the same opinions. I wouldn't encourage that in my own group, in my own fandom, right? Are you running Recruit Prisoners? I don't need it because I have Sentient Sands. Yeah, I wouldn't want everyone in my own like community to be, agree with everything that I say. I want people to be able to talk and have, a civil discussion without attacking each other. Like, I don't know. I like when people can communicate reasonably, and have a conversation. We don't have to agree. It's okay. It's okay, without taking it as a personal attack. I don't know. Hey, thank you so much. Seriously, much appreciated for the 20. Really hope you get your goal today. Me too. Thank you so much. Sincerely, that means a ton. Absolutely goated over here. Goated behavior. You know what? Actually, hold on. You've convinced me. Hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. I have 5 more, so that's what we're gonna do today. Just for you guys. Here's 5 free memberships to 5 random people in the chat. 5 random people in chat. Get your gifties. Get your gifties. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Spread the love. Spread the love. Reddit takes my trolling too seriously. It's funny, but after a while it becomes sad and upsetting. Yeah, kind of. It's just annoying, If I had $1 for every time I got banned from Reddit. Indeed. Okay, so we got some allies with us. We're gonna head over to AdMag. All right. The next stop is the Czech capital. My hope is we can speak with the shack. We can speak with the stone golem. Mayhaps she will be more reasonable than... Hey, I'll move you close. Thank you, Sam. Much appreciated. Guys, you're absolutely beast. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll move you closer. Thank you, thank you. Mayhaps she'll be more reasonable than our kin were. Oh, guys. Oh, my God. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously. Absolutely fucking beast. I think the noble and gentle and majestic beak thing will become vital in this playthrough. Absolutely. Oh, my God. Dude, guys, we should base in the gut. We should base in the gut. We could use the beak things as a natural deterrent for the zombies. We should base in gut. Guys, thank you so much. My God, we met the dono goal already. You guys are... Oh, my God, 10 more. Guys, you're killing me here. Ah, thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Fucking goated. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Absolute beasts. Guys, much appreciated. Sincerely. Are you using the basic Patreon basic to power your DeepSeek? Yeah. So what is it? I spent $5 and I have played for almost 40 hours that I've only used half of what I got. Like the one Patreon DeepSeek, and I've gotten probably 40, 50 hours out of it. And I think in total I'm probably gonna get 80 hours by the end of it. Like just the basic one, and I got I spent $5 in the basic, and I got probably 80 to 100 hours out of it, which is a ton of playtime. So, guys, absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Absolutely goated. Hero sends out the call, and the other heroes answer. Yes, they do. You guys are absolute units. Absolute units. Oh, yeah, Logic, you missed it. The hybrids wearing headgear. Is this The Walking Dead? Kind of. Shet Capital, huh? You think they've got thick hides and heavy purse? Asada doesn't give an audience to beggars. I doubt even more she would give one to Okronites. But at this point, we don't have a choice. Just signed a contract with that exile and his 2 kids heading south from Sten. Said they're pushing from the north. Yeah, we are. It's true. Shek, don't forget a Crusader's armor, Father. You'll be lucky if they let you through the gate without a fight. All right. Well, I mean, he acknowledges that he's right. Brooding won't change their minds. We need to talk faster, fight our way through. Oh shit, dude! I think Morrigan's talking shit to the yeah, okay. We just signed a contract with an exile and his 2 kids heading south to the Sten. Said they're pushing in from the north. That Quiet's got a strange weight. Yada yada. He paid you in cats. He barely has. The road's a death trap without corpses clawing out of the dirt. Hope your crew's ready to earn that coin. Oh yeah, she's talking shit. I love it. Love everything about it. Love everything about it. Love everything about it. Misspelled doubt. Yeah, sometimes I get I get typing too quick and don't bother spell checking. It's no big deal. It usually figures out what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I type faster than I'm reading. I don't want to spend, the entire time sitting here spell checking every sentence, so usually I just kind of let it go. I've survived worse than a hired sword with a big mouth. Worry about your own hide when the dust settles. Wow, dude, Morgan's got some fucking fight in her. She's got some fight in her. Okay, all right. Arthur's daughter's over here putting up a fight. We like it. She's got a little bit of fight in her. It's good for it. We're good. It's good. Oh man. Hey, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome to the Mad Lads Guild, my comrade. Welcome, welcome. Do remember that if you are, if your Discord is linked to your YouTube, you can join the members only Discord, where you get to chat with me and several other YouTubers quite much more directly. We, there's me, there's Patastrophia, there's Muffin Top, there's Frankie was here. We're all in there, so feel free to pop on in. We talk about everything, not just Kenshi stuff, but everything. We talk about a bunch of stuff, mostly Kenshi, but other stuff too. Did this man marry Kenshi's premium shit talker, have 2 kids, and then she died, passing on all of her knowledge? Potentially, potentially, potentially. Sentient Sands Mod Incorporated. Hero, you're actually making waves by sponsoring the Rekenshi modding community. Low-key, big props. You're the reason I discovered Sentient Sands. Oh, thank you, thank you. Actually, I say that, you said we say that they're sponsored. Oh, say it, dude. 5 gifties too. Absolutely fucking goated in the chat, man. We got members dropping in like crazy right now. Gifties like crazies, guy. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. The Sentient Sands people actually reached out to me on TikTok just before I started, so I planned on using the mod anyway. And I had planned on using the mod anyway and seeing what it was. But then the guy who makes Sentient Sands, Harvey, actually reached out to me on TikTok and was like, "Hey, you should if you're down for it, you should check out the mod and maybe make a little bit of content on it if you're for it." So I told him I would, and it's worked out incredibly well. And now I enjoy it like crazy. Oh, we got zombies coming in. We got zombies coming in. I was wondering what provider you're using. I'm using DeepSeek. I'm using I'm using Player 2 as the base, and then I'm using DeepSeek. All right, Arthur, go ahead and hit him up. Your job, Luke, is to defend Morgan. That's your job. Arthur is goated. Arthur the goat. He's gonna defend. Luke's up there fighting to defend his sister. We love it. That's what we love to see. We're gonna kill these zombies. Take them down. Take them down. I'm gonna have to check the mod because for some reason they're all spawning as hyper zombies. We're gonna have to fix that. Unless it's just because these are the weak ones. That might be part of what it is as well. Deep sick and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's I've just noticed that it's responsive and cheap. That's the reason I selected it. Like it's got a faster response time, and is a little bit more it's a little bit more intelligent than the free model, and it responds faster. There's almost no delay between my prompt and response, which is nice with in Sentient Sands anyway. All right, move out, move out, move out. It's Beep Seek. Beep Seek. Pork of Crime, you absolute beast. Welcome, welcome. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You guys are so generous. You guys treat me so good. Oh, okay. No, there's the human ones. There's the human ones. Okay, so now we're starting to get human zombies, too. This one used to be a slave. Her name was Gloria. Her name was Gloria, and she looks filthy. Absolutely filthy. Okay, okay. Speaking of Beep in the YouTube chat screaming about Beep Seek, you should seek out Beep. I probably will eventually, but, probably will eventually. Alright, Luke, you head over here. You're gonna stay with Arthur. We're gonna fight our way through this little horde. It's a good thing we got those mercenaries, because there's a ton of zombies down here. My god. Ton of them. Take him down, take him down. Another 10 from Alex, you absolute unit. You absolute unit. Everyone else is doing it. I just wanted to be popular. You are popular. You're popular with me. Thank you very much. You're popular with me. Absolutely goated. You animal. Before Lo-Fi produces its own LLM called BeepSeek. I know, it's true. It's true. Except I would know if it's. I would hope that I would know if it's true. Maybe they would tell me. Oh my god, where's our mercenaries? What are they doing, guys? We have mercenaries. Shit, we may have to flee. We may have to flee. I don't think we can take it. We can take them. We gotta move. We gotta move. I don't know where the mercenaries went. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know where the mercenaries meant. We got to move. We do have some coming after us. Get up to AdMag. We're going to have to head over to AdMag. The mercs saw the fight and said nope. Yeah, save the kids. Save the kids. Oh my god, 10 more from Boxboy. My god, guys, you absolute beasts. Your units, all of you. Where's the Burns Tower again? Where's Burns Tower? Burns Tower is right about here. Right around here. This area here. Right around here is where Burns at. Alright, yeah, we gotta get up there. Gotta get up there. Luke is starting to level his stats a little bit. Yeah. So is Arthur. I almost called him Toji. Speaking of Beep, what was the tattoo artist's reaction when you told him put this on me? So actually, fun fact about the Beep tattoo: the tattoo artist is my best friend's wife, who also happens to be my wife's best friend, and she is very well aware of like what I do for work and like what Kenshi is and all that stuff because like it's a big part of my life. And also she's very, I mean, she's best friends with my wife, and my wife is my wife, who's, my wife's very, like alternative goth, you know, culture and all that stuff. So, you know, she's very open to that kind of stuff, very receptive, and she's into a lot of that stuff as well. So when I showed her the tattoo, the only response she got was that it was sick as hell. She was like, that's sick as hell. I'm super excited. And it actually turned out to be one of the tattoos that she's most proud of. She's very excited about it. Yeah, she was all for it, but she just started tattooing like 2 years ago, and so she's come so far. She's so good at what she does, Very proud of her, very proud of her. And the Beep tattoo was just good. Actually, I'm adding on to the Beep tattoo. Fun fact: I'm going to be adding on to it. I'm actually, the plan is that I'm going to turn the Beep tattoo. Hold on. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here because it's going to be really good. There is a classic Star Wars poster, right? Movie poster. Let me pull up the image. There it is. Okay, so there's a classic Star Wars poster from A New Hope. This one right here, okay? And I'm actually going to turn the entire turn the Beep tattoo into a recreation of this poster with Luke being Beep. We're going to put Ruka over here, Catlon over here, and then we're going to put Agnew over here probably, or somewhere over here, and a couple of others. But I'm going to recreate this poster except in Kenshi, and I'm gonna do a half sleeve on my entire calf. So my entire lower left leg is gonna be a recreation of the New Hope movie poster, but Kenshi. I'm very excited about it. It's being worked on right now. We're getting the sketch drawn up right now. It's gonna be badass. May your marriage be full of love and happiness, brother. Yeah, dude. We're my wife and I have been together. So we've been married for 6 years this year, and we've been together for 10 this fall. We've been together 10 this fall, and in that time 10 years, and I say this completely honestly, right? And I want to be clear because I feel like a lot of people always say this. I mean this completely honestly. In 10 years, my wife and I have never once had a fight about anything. You had a COVID wedding? I did, yeah. We got engaged in like 2017, and then we got married during COVID. We ended up doing a courthouse wedding, which was fine. We were both okay with it. We're both pretty frugal, and neither of us really wanted to do anything big anyway, nor could we because of COVID. But we also wanted to be married, so we did a COVID wedding. And when we have the spare money, the plan is to do like a bigger wedding, and we won't have to deal with all the official crap because we already did it, you know. But we'll have a big party to finally like do something proper. But yeah, 10 years, we've never had an argument, we've never fought. We communicate very well. We have a great marriage. I love my wife. She's my best friend. I would do quite literally anything for her. She is the kindest, sweetest, smartest, most amazing person that I know. She's a fantastic mother, fantastic wife, and an amazing partner. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah. She is the best of me, that is for sure. Okay, all right. I've married 26 years and the sun doesn't set on a disagreement. That's true. Well, that's the thing. When my wife and I, so we've never had a fight. We have only had we bicker, but and we like have, disagreements, but we've never had an argument. Anything that we could constitute as an argument. And we have a very we have a rule, which is that when there is a disagreement or when we have something we need to talk about, one of two things has to happen. The conversation does not stop until either there is a compromise or an apology. Either someone apologizes or we have to compromise. If one of those two things has not happened, even if it takes us 9 hours, we will keep talking until it happens. And we do not insult. We do not do any of that kind of stuff. We have a very, like, I've never insulted my wife. My wife has never insulted me. That's not how we do it. And we talk until the problem is resolved. End of story. We don't go to bed angry. If we have to sit up till 4 a.m. discussing it, we will sit up until 4 a.m. discussing it. We do not stop talking until it is resolved. End of story. And the reason why I like that is because what you usually find is that when you guys are having a disagreement or a conversation about something, after about an hour or two of discussing it at length and telling each other your side, your views, your sides, explaining your side, your thoughts, eventually you guys reach a point where either someone will realize that they are wrong, or you will both realize this was stupid the entire time and you'll just let it go. You'll both just realize that it's not worth it and let it go. You both will connectively realize and say out loud, this is really dumb. I don't think we should be even, like, I don't know why we're doing this right now. And you'll just move on. You'll just move on. But you gotta communicate. You gotta communicate. How old are you? I'm 28. I'll be 29 this year. I will be 29 this year. So, okay. All right. Back to it. Back to it. Back to it. Raise your sword to me, Flatskin. No. Raise your sword. Prove your worth, Flatskin. If you want to step foot in my kingdom. Is this really the time for that? We have the dead attacking people across the lands. You shouldn't be fighting each other. Never too late, my friend. It's never too late. Never too late. Never too late. The amount of arguments I've had with my wife, we both realize we're on the same side, just arguing from different pages. It's so dumb. Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed is that, not to keep veering it off, Kenshi, but like, when you're having an argument with somebody, and again, I don't think I've ever had anything with my wife that could constitute an argument. When you are arguing with somebody, a lot of times I've noticed people get stuck in the loop of, this is how I saw it, and then they say how they saw it, and then you repeat how you saw it, as if you're trying to justify what you thought at the time, and they're trying to justify what they thought, instead of just acknowledging that they thought one thing, you thought a different thing. Now you both know what actually was happening. Now you guys both acknowledge where things actually were, where the misunderstanding was, and just moving the fuck on. Just move on. Okay, all right. Moving on. You speak true, Flatskin. The dead don't care whose blood they spill. I've seen enough killing today. Good, good. I'm glad that we could come to that fucking agreement. Jesus Christ, it got really dark for a minute. Oh, yeah, people are being eaten. Is that what this is? Yeah. Okay, they're eating somebody out here. Who's getting eaten? They're eating each other. Oh, fuck, man. The zombies eat each other, too. Like, if one of them dies, they'll just fucking chow down on each other. Ew. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Do they use AI? Yeah, they use an AI chatbot to formulate responses, and it remembers your mods and stuff. So, like, it reads your mods and remembers your mods, so it'll make dialogue specific to your mods, which is really cool. Where the hell is Ruka at? We're looking for Ruka. Hey, 10 more! You probably already answered it, but I missed it. I believe the First Empire is somewhere out there yet. Do you believe it? And if so, why have they never come back to Kenshi? Okay, I can answer that. So I think that the First Empire may exist out in the greater universe somewhere, but I think that they don't know what happened on Kenshi because it was a seed colony, which is the one that I think is most likely. I I think it was a seed colony meant to expand human reach out into the stars, right? The intention was never to connect the greater empire, but instead to expand human reach outside of its purview, the way that we would in space travel now, right? If we were going to send out colonies to another planet, or a distant planet, the goal would not be to set up transportation back and forth regularly or regular communication with them, because it would be almost impossible to do so. In reality, you would send out a seed colony and they would exist independent from Earth, with their own independent system and setup and all that stuff. And the goal would be to expand human influence out into the stars. I think that's what Kenshi was. It was a seed colony that's purpose was to extend out into space. And so I think that the greater empire is still out in the universe of Kenshi, somewhere out there. But I think they either don't know what happened on Kenshi, or alternatively, the other two alternatives are that they know what happened and they chose to abandon it, or the empire was destroyed entirely, either before or after Kenshi's colonization, and they're not out there anymore. But I think what is more likely is the empire is still out there, and they sent out the colony with the intention of not communicating with them, right? It was meant to be a seed colony to expand human reach out into the stars, that kind of thing. So that's all. Okay, all right. What's this? Hey, Anna, what's going on? This is the new series. The Horde. The world has been beset by a zombie apocalypse, an apocalyptic event. Zombies. Yeah, zombies. My buddy and I just beat Resident Evil 6 tonight, so I'm so ready for zombies. The dead have dragged their rot into AdMag, turning oh god, yep, they're attacking AdMag now. Phase 1 isn't that bad. I'm told that once you get up to Phase 2, that's when the cities start having real problems. So we are going to have to figure out a methodology for... Oh, I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out soon as to what we're going to do, where we're going to base all that stuff, how we're going to do this. What's a good fortified city that we can base... that we can head to, that we can base out of for a while? It's also got a good source of income. Honestly, it may behoove us to head towards the United Cities for a while. I think we're going to end up eventually basing in Gut, because then we can use the beak things to keep them out. I am using Sentient Sands for narrative reasons, yeah. It may behoove us to set up in Gut. Use the beak things as a safe zone. Katun is also pretty high up. It may be, prove defensible. Do you think that maybe the First Empire wanted to farm giant kaiju, but because of the Skeleton Rebellion, they had to run from the planet? No, because the behemoths were decommissioned after the kaiju were presumably eliminated, based on everything we know. They were presumably eliminated, to make way for the colonization and to help with the colonization process. So I don't think so, no. Yeah, World's End may actually be a really good spot to base out because of where it is. Downside is with World's End, if they rush through the front gate, there's no way to get out, There's no way to get out. You need to keep the beak things out too. I mean, yeah, but once you get walls up, the beak things will leave you alone for the most part, to be totally honest with you. And we'd have a good source of food there too. So honestly, it's looking like Gut may be a good spot to do it. But that's, we got to train up there, too. Just like every zombie movie, there shouldn't be a way out for dramatic purposes when they finally break in. Fishman Isles, and nothing bad ever happens there. We've based in the Fishman Isles before. I do try to generally avoid places that we've based in other playthroughs. I'm also admittedly a little nervous about nighttime in this run, too. All right, once morning hits, we're going to... Is there an enemy that flies? No. Once morning hits, I think we're going to try and talk to Asada. Get her input on everything. God damn, dude. So dark right now. All right, let's move to morning. How are we doing on food? Pretty good. How much independent thought do hivers have? Not much. Yeah, not much at all. All right, so once it hits 6 a.m., we'll go in and we're gonna talk to Asada, unless she might be there. Is she awake yet? The hell are you? Gutter bug, dude, looks like a beast. Jesus. Arthur Morrigan, you're a wanted man. 5,000 for your head alone. It's true. It's true. Can confirm. Where is Asada? We're gonna try and petition her and see if maybe what her thoughts on the situation is. She's asleep. Wait for her to wake up. We're gonna wait here for Asada to get her lazy ass out of bed. Almost 8. Now 8 o'clock. She's still sleeping. The feck. There we go. Alright, she's up top, I think, right? No? No. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Okay. Honorable Stone Golem. I am Arthur. Come to you seeking refuge for myself and my children. See how we go here. See how this goes. Stop! You violated the law! You come seeking refuge, Arthur. A dangerous time to be wandering with young ones. What makes you think the Shek should offer shelter to a former Holy Nation man? I see word of my exile has traveled quick. I come here because I have seen the storm that is coming our way. The dead's numbers grow by the day and soon threaten to overtake us all. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. I have heard the reports from my warriors. The dead claw at our walls without rest. Tell me, Arthur, what makes a man who once carried Okryn's flame think the stone golem will listen to his warnings? Because the Phoenix did not. The Phoenix has his own wars to fight. I have mine. If the dead are truly a storm, as you say, then words mean nothing against the strength, without the strength to back them. Stay in AdMag. Prove your worth. My son is capable. He lacks formal training. Can be put to work. Daughter as well. Okrynites would probably call them something akin to narco. It's true. It's true. There's walkers, Shek. There's walkers. My daughter as well. I myself am handy with a blade. I served as a paladin for nearly 2 decades. Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. It's true. It's true. It's true. There are no rules, man. We're lost. It's true. I know. A paladin's blade is welcome, but the Shek do not take in strays. Help us clear the dead from Magmag streets, then we'll talk of refuge. See what... I'll see what I can do. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get help here, unfortunately. Not from Asada. The goal was to see if maybe she'd be willing to show more leniency, but, and she is to a degree, but, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it work here, especially since they continue to come. I don't think she has a full grasp on the situation yet. There are no easy answers here. Alright, well, at the very least, we should stick around for a while, and maybe attempt to get some training done. All right, Morrigan. This is where we're going to have a difficult conversation. Do you think the Shek have adult industries? They're seen drinking, fighting, and running on the thread. They're gene-altered humans. They don't. They used to share a lot of our vices. Hooters with horns. They're also noted for having awful birth rates, or at least below replacement levels. They're quite frigid and focused on combat instead. Well, you have to think the Shek. All right, look at it from a eugenics perspective on the Shek in terms of Shek ideology. The Shek would not want to breed with another, like a Shek woman would not want to breed with another Shek who they consider to be beneath them. They want to carry on strong warrior genes. So the stronger warriors are less likely to actually like have offspring, because they are less likely to find partners they think are worth having offspring with, because they would want to find somebody that's, you know, strong, that has good genes. And if you're a hyper strong Shek, then you have to find another hyper strong Shek, you know? So there's that aspect of it. So a good portion of the population is basically removed from the gene pool because they're not going to want to, they're not going to want to, you know, have kids with a lesser Shek, with a weaker Shek. They're not going to want to do something like that. So, you know, they effectively remove a good portion of their gene pool by doing that. The other problem, too, I don't think it's that they're, you know, more focused on battle than having kids, but, like, having kids takes time. It takes, you know, 9 months of gestation. They have to be born. They have to grow up. Shek lifespans are similar to humans. Their gestation period is presumably similar to humans. So, like, it takes, you know, I don't know, 15, 20 years before they have like a fully grown Shek warrior. Meanwhile, their actual living warriors are constantly seeking death in battle. Like, it's only going to go so far, you know, they can only repopulate so fast. It's a, you know, it's a byproduct of their ethos being a problem. Morrigan, my daughter. I fear we have, reached a point where we need to where you are going to need to learn to defend yourself. Luke and I won't always be around to to keep you safe. If we are ever separated, you are going to need to know how to fight for yourself. I've been expecting this talk. The dead don't care about blood, and I've seen what happens to those who can't swing a blade. It's true. It's true. It's true. I know your brother not a fan of you fighting. He is still stuck in the ways of our home. He will get over it. First and foremost, before Okrin, before anything, we survive and we take care each other. That's our rule. The three of us come first. Gotta set this up now. Gotta set this up now. I'm yelling it because I want Luke to hear. I want his son, I want Arthur's son to hear, and I want him to comment on it. I know, Dad, Luke means well, but he's still clinging to the old life. I'll learn. I won't be a burden. Is the horse chopper proof Earth exists in this verse? According to Chris, Earth is not connected to Kenshi in the slightest. No, or at least it didn't used to be. I don't know if that's changed, but according to Chris a long time ago, the answer was no. She's right, Arthur. The dead don't care about old loyalties. If she can hold a blade, she can learn how to use it. Better than be carried back in pieces. I don't think that was supposed to be there. Oi! Ah, that's still Toji's thing. Watch your mouth. Treat me with respect. Your father, and you will address me such. Gotta. Right now, this first episode is me partially training the AI, right? Like, I'm training each of Luke and Morgan's characters to behave a certain way. That's why I keep stopping to have these little kinds of dialogues with the two of them. I'm trying to train their personality profiles to behave a certain way for the rest of the playthrough. I find that is a big portion of getting these things to work. So, actually, one of the things I'm going to do is dialogue library. I'm actually going to, now that we've talked to the two of them a bit, I'm going to regenerate their bio and have that take into account their recent dialogue. So it should acknowledge that Arthur is their dad now in their bio. Family loyalties. All right, so it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. He trusts Shakaba as far as he gets through. All right, so it's a little bit better. We're getting there. We're making progress. Is it proof that horses exist? Maybe. Maybe. Or at least at one point they were. Whether they're around anymore is, you know... Maybe on a far-off land. Maybe a distant land. Maybe horses are a foreign thing. They're from a distant land. A different continent. Different continent. Okay, so we have slight changes that we have to make to the backstories, but it is getting better. It is getting better. She was reunited with her father, or... Okay, good. Which version of Sentient Saints allows for generating the bio? I mean, I'm using the Steam version. I've never used the other version, but I'm using the Steam one. Okay, so what did he say? He said, fine, father, I meant no respect, just saying what needed to be said. Yeah. Check, yeah, boy. Still no Ruka. Most unfortunate. I was looking forward to recruiting her. We haven't recruited Ruka in a long time. By all means, type away. I'm trying to get a feel for DeepSeek. Indeed. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find Ruka, but I'm not seeing her. I'm not seeing her. Is there another bar anywhere around here that she could be at? Not here. All right, well, Morgan's going to have to go off block, hold, and passive. I'm going to put her actually on block so she can level up her dodge skill. For right now, because I can't afford a weapon. Is that a caravan? Caravan of drifters. Is a caravan drifters under attack. I don't know if he's I don't think Arthur would know they're drifters. They're there under attack to help them. Stay close. Don't be a hero. Don't be stupid, because they are trying to be a hero, but don't be stupid. All right, we're gonna go over there and try and help that caravan. They're under attack by zombies. Under attack by zombies. Ruka wasn't in Squin. She's always been there for me. No, so she can either spawn an AdMag, Squin, or a or one of the way stations. Like this way station specifically, but she was not there. I'm going to check the Great Fortress because she can also spawn there. She might be there. Ruka can spawn in multiple places. It's not just Squin. She's more likely to spawn in Squin, but she can spawn in multiple places. She can spawn in multiple places. Thank you for popping in, Red. Much appreciated. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. What an absolutely goated stream it's been, guys. Not only did we already meet the daily goal, but we've exceeded it, and we have a solid viewer base. I always love starting new series just because the viewer is always really, really good. What's the idea of the run? This is a zombie apocalypse run. The entire world is overrun by zombies, and the zombies have 3 stages. They will get progressively harder and harder. Each stage makes... So stage 1, small towns and way stations can fall. Stage 2, towns and cities can fall. By stage 3, entire factions can collapse. And Abomination with the 5 gifted subs on Twitch. You absolute goat. You beast. You're a beast. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. My God. My God. I have the best audience, truly. Best audience, truly. You guys are what allows me to continue doing this stuff day after day. Day after day. We're going to take this off because it's impeding your combat skills. Let's not be foolish, but... Oh, sweet Jesus, yes. Okay. Alright, go ahead and put this back on. Go ahead and sneak it over here. Well, we got the food situation covered. So there's that. Stuff to sell. Hell yes. Hell yes. Okay, we've got money, baby. We got sweet, succulent money. Money, money. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Stuff to sell for days. Stuff to sell for days. Put those back. Actually, we're going to take these. Those. Take that. Yes, we love it. We love it. Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Guys, absolutely goated. Goated behavior. Truly goated behavior. Okay, good. We've got some stuff to sell now. We're going to head back up to AdMag and see if we can get some better equipment now. Head back up to AdMag. We're going to take advantage of that. Is there any way to stop the zombie apocalypse, or is the takeover inevitable? It's going to get continuously harder. Continuously harder. In terms of stopping it, no. The Outcast mod is designed that by the time you get to stage 3... Bounty hunting? Who are you bounty hunting? Okay. By the time you get to stage 3, it's supposed to be near impossible. The stages are increased by killing specific... Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I didn't realize that you were there. Much appreciated. Sorry I'm late on that. I'm from YouTube, but I remembered I have a Prime sub, so I had to give it to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it sincerely. You absolute goat. Absolutely goated behavior. Goated behavior. Do you think Project Cthulhu is cracked or not? I mean, I did an entire series with Project Cthulhu, and it was phenomenal. I did an entire series called The Sith Reborn with Project Cthulhu, and it was phenomenal. I loved everything about it. I'm stoked for Kenshi 2 because the plan is to eventually recreate Project Cthulhu in Kenshi 2 with the Unreal 5, which means, you know, actual particle effects, better physics, better abilities, more modability, actual bloom on the lightsabers, all of that stuff. And a gifted sub once again. Absolute unit. You're a beast. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. My God. You guys are the best. Yeah, so they're going to port Project Cthulhu over to Kenshi 2, and it's going to be far more moddable with far more features and maneuverability. It's going to look awesome. It's going to look phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, so we're going to sell this stuff off that we took from those. We took quite a bit of stuff. I'm mostly interested in selling off these authentic science kits because we're not going to use those. But now we have plenty of food and repair kits, which is good. Yeah, we love it. We love to see. That's what we love to see right there. Okay, so we're going to get her a weapon. Something lighter than the combat cleaver. I would want to keep her at a distance, right? Like I don't want her. Excuse me. I don't want her getting up close with the enemies. So I think I'm going to give her a pole arm. I think we're going to give her a pole arm. I think that's the goal with that. He's got a combat cleaver. And I think we may end up keeping it with the combat cleaver. Flesh cleaver. Humans, animals, robots. Let's see. The flesh cleaver. Oh, that's a better combat cleaver, isn't it? It's Mark II. Is that better than the one that I have? 0.74, 0.67, 0.93. Yeah, much better, much better. Sell that. And we'll sell these 2 ancient science books. And how much am I short? It's like barely anything, right? Yeah, it's like 300. All right, we'll sell 1 food cube. Cool. Better combat cleaver for Arthur. Yeah, I think giving her a pole arm is the best bet. I don't want her getting too close in combat. I'd rather have her have some distance. We also are going to need to save and get her a better backpack because I don't want everyone carrying all of this food. We're going to have to get her a better backpack, but... Okay, so we've got some better equipment. Take her off of block now. Actually, no, she's got to get her defense up. All right, we're going to go out and kill some zombies. We gotta train up what we can. We're going to train them up. Now that food isn't a major concern, we can train them up. Triangle bandits down here, too. Yeah, food was a bit of a concern, but now that we're moving forward, we're there. I wonder how the Fogmen are faring right now since the infection is in its early stages. I imagine the Fogmen, it's just going to be a fucking war zone in the fog. Probably an absolute war zone in there. All right, so it's just the 3 of us. Provided we don't get absolutely swarmed, we should be able to hold our own. Mongol residents are never leaving. Yeah, I do wonder what's what like the fog is going to be like. I do wonder what it's going to be like. All right, kids. We need to get you 2 battle ready. Hold on, we need to get you 2 for anything. That means live training against real enemies. We look for small groups and easy targets. The dead. No large waves. Don't be a fool. The best way to know your enemy is to fight your enemy. That's very... Wow, I really butchered that last part when I couldn't see it. Okay. First time hopping in the stream. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your time. I love Cthulhu, but after a while I just switch back because I love Kenshi more. Cthulhu being its own game would be more incredible. I think that the only issues that I had with Cthulhu were related to just limitations of the engine. It was incredible for what it was. I enjoyed it wholeheartedly. Yeah. Was it you who introduced me to the theory that the lasers in Venge were used to wipe out a shipyard, or am I thinking of someone else? I think you're thinking of somebody else. The lasers in Venge were originally terraforming devices that were used when the First Empire colonized the moon, because the moon had an abundance of megaflora and megafauna, and they also had an atmosphere that was rich in oxygen, too much oxygen, and so they burned away large swaths of the megaflora to both aid in the removal of the megafauna, because it would remove their ecosystem, so they wouldn't be able to find food, and it would also decrease the oxygen in the atmosphere down to a sustainable, livable, position in place. So the eye satellites were originally used for burning away and terraforming the planet by getting rid of megaflora. And then during the Skeleton Rebellion, I've theorized that when the Skeletons rebelled against the First Empire, they used them for its intended purpose, which was burning away organic life. But the organic life they were burning away was the humans of the First Empire. So if the First Empire were threatened by kaiju, I wonder why they didn't just use the eyes instead of building behemoths. Well, think about the eyes. They don't burn hot enough to destroy something with a thick enough hide when you really think about it. Like, human beings are capable of standing underneath those lasers for more than a couple of seconds, more than, a couple of minutes when you look at the in-game time frame, how it moves. They can stand under those lasers for a couple minutes without dying. And they only burn away organic life. Skeletons aren't burned away at all, which means it's not hot enough to heat down metal. if the kaijus were big enough and they had a thick enough shell or coating or resilient enough, it probably wasn't enough. It probably wasn't enough. They would have had to keep them targeted on that same kaiju for a long period of time. And, you know, with the way that Kenshi's days move, there may not have been enough sunlight to power it long enough to actually kill a kaiju before the sun went down. It loses power because it's basically a giant magnifying glass, you know, reflecting the sun on it. It's like a magnifying glass with the sun, you know, versus an anthill. But it probably just didn't burn hot enough on the kaiju for long enough to make them viable weapons. Not against the kaiju, anyway. Take this guy on. He's actively fighting. Hell yeah. Take him down. Morgan, come take his coat. Take his coat! Take his coat. Caught stealing. Chumble? What a fucking name. Call him a Chumble. You're the medic. Heal him up. Oh, where's your med kit? Ooh, it's in the bag. Right. Take that off. Gotta train these guys up on live enemies. God damn, absolutely tossed her. We got to be careful because you never know when a swarm could come, right? Zombies could come out of nowhere. They could be attracted to bodies. I have no idea what their nav mesh or AI looks like in regards to that. Like I don't know. Come on, Arthur. Nice. She's getting pretty good with that polearm. What if the lasers are breaking down or less effective, or they were so effective the atmosphere changed, therefore changing how the lasers impact? I mean, potentially. Who knows? It's potential. It's potentially there. But you'd think that if they function like giant magnifying glasses, that they you know, I mean, I don't know the full science behind like making a space laser, obviously, but I don't know. The skeleton dialogue makes it seem like they're still just plugging away. They could have lost like efficacy, you know, over time. Who knows? Who knows? It's quite possible. Quite possible indeed. Yeah, dude, the Shek are like fully running out of AdMag. AdMag is... Oh, it's right there. Never mind, they're not fully running out. I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot. I like these armbands they have going on. These arm wraps, those are pretty cool. Pretty cool. Fucking zombies, man. Fucking zombies, man. I'm curious, if Kenshi takes place on a moon and there's a space station, could Kenshi ever go to the home planet, or is that too wild of an idea? What keeps Kenshi on this moon and not other moons or planets? I mean, technically speaking, there's nothing. Like, if that's what Chris and them wanted to do, but I don't think they ever would. Excuse me. Chris and them haven't even confirmed that, like, the name of the moon is actually Kenshi. Like, that's not, that's never actually been confirmed. That's just what we call it because it's the name of the game, you know? The name of the moon may not even be Kenshi. That's never even been confirmed. Visored helmet. I kind of like the visored helmet. Gives me a little bit of extra protection, maybe. No, it's bad. It's bad. He's bad. He's bad. He's bad. All right, keep going. We're still looking. We're trying to build up a little bit of a force against these guys. But we have to be mindful of our health because we are a little messed up. We've taken a little bit of a beating here. What is Catlon's dog? When it died, he went and say it's true. It's true. Keanu Reeves is Catlon? Confirmed? Question mark? Keanu Reeves is Catlon confirmed. All right, let's head on to the Great Fortress and see if she spawned there. We're looking for Ruka. I really want to get Ruka in the party. I haven't had Ruka in the party since like Don Tony McChicken, I think. And I would like to add her back to the party if I can. Dodge the zombies. We can get around them. Kenshi. It's true. Keanu Reeves is John Kenshi. John Kenshi. John Kenshi. Love it. We love it. Robo Reeves. Cyber Keanu. Coffee's gone. God damn it, I'm out of coffee. I'm out of Java. The nerve, the gall, the audacity. Well, she ain't here. I can tell you that much. This place is a shithole. This place is a shithole. Okay, well, she's not there. Then we should head back to Squin. Maybe I missed her. Maybe I missed her. Possible. We need a dog. I agree. I think that we probably will end up getting a dog at some point. I think we probably will end up getting a dog at some point. I imagine that once you get to stage... So stage 3, the zombies start to look like fucking super mutants, and I'm not kidding. The model is actually a rip of super mutants. Like, they're huge. They're literally fucking huge. And they have the big, like, super mutant skulls and body builds. So, like, some of the zombies start to look like super mutants as the virus adapts and evolves. There's, like, 15 different... not 15, that's dramatic. There's, like, 10 different types of zombies. Were the dwarves before the nuggets or after? The dwarves were the first. The dwarves were the first. So it was dwarves, nuggets, Project Cthulhu, and then after Project Cthulhu was, I think after Project Cthulhu was One Armed Toji Season 1, then One Armed Toji Season 2, and now we're here with the Horde. There's a mod that takes the randomization out of unique followers and they spawn in specific town and spawns them in specific towns. I mean, I'm fine with the randomization usually. Like I'm good with it. Hobbs actually spawned back in the hub. Fun fact. Hobbs spawned back in the hub. What are they talking about? These Shek walls hold, but for how long? Every day the dead grind a little more stone to dust. Long enough for us to find better walls, short enough to not make it matter. Depends on whether you're a pessimist or a realist. Realist sees the cracks spreading. Pessimist sees that we're standing inside the thing that's breaking. I think they're the same, just different words. Luke says, keep talking like that and the Shek might mistake you for one of their philosophers. Crunchy on the outside, dense in the middle. Morgan, a little, at least their philosophy includes hitting things. Our old ones just included burning people who asked the wrong questions. I'll take the horns. I like that Morrigan is like kind of... She's kind of the pissy one of the group, but also like the most realistic. Like she's the most anti-Okrinism because she was a woman in the Okrin land. She gets it, right? She gets it. She was treated like crap. And so she's like, yeah, well, you know, at least the Shek are fucking useful. They hit things, you know, like... All we did was burn our own people at the stake, whereas Luke is more of like a traditional, you know, Okrin traditionalist. He's only here because his father. It's cool to see. It's cool to see. God damn, these interiors are so dark. Not there. Check this bar again, but I really didn't see her last time either. Oh, there she is. Whoa! Ruka! Everyone take a seat. It's done. Actually, Luke would be over by the door. He's pissy. He doesn't want to be in here. Luke worries me. Luke worries me too, to be honest with you. Luke worries me too. His dialogue definitely worries me. All right, we're going to talk to her. Looking at my horns, flat skin. No. Good, don't, because I can still prove my worth in battle without them. I have a question for you, Flatskin. What do you do if you're outnumbered on the battlefield? Fight tactfully, take out the weakest opponent first. Truth, we must must even the odds against us when the situation looks bleak. We fight the enemy to the death, and we die with honor on the battlefield. But I didn't die. I awoke surrounded by death, but still alive. They labeled me a deserter and cut my horns on return. I am no longer a warrior, but a servant. You fought bravely. You didn't deserve that. Perhaps. Either way, I will not remain here as an unclad warrior. But you seem different from the other outsiders I've met, Flatskin. Let us band together. I am intrigued to fight alongside you. It would be an honor. Yep. All right. So we've got Ruka. We've got Ruka. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I do Fix her neck a little bit and fix her posture because she leans back a bit too much, but that's fine. Hell yeah. All right, we got Ruka. I think of you not as a coward. My own people cast me out for not adhering to their beliefs on life and death as well. I understand. Wait for her profile to generate. There we go. Exile leaves scars in the bone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Always moves too quick. That's one thing that does bother me is they move so fucking quick sometimes. Can I actually up the delay on that? Is there a way that I can up the delay? What's the delay? AI settings. Dialogue delay. I have the bubble life is high, and then it's 10. We'll do 25 for the... we'll do 20 and see how that works. That goes. Okay. All right. What was she saying? She said, exile leaves scars even bone deep, but it also shows you who's worth staying beside you. I appreciate the words. Saw that flat-skinned boy hauling another half-rotted corpse past the gate. Pathetic work, but at least he's earning his keep. His father keeps watching the horizon like he expects something worse than the death. Yeah, it's probably me. Probably talking about me. I hope Luke at least becomes friends with Ruka at some point. Both arms broken. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. I found that it's not enough to edit characters' personalities. If how they talk isn't edited also, it eventually warps their personalities. Yeah, I mean, I usually do their backstory, their personality, and their speech quirks. If you go into the game files, like into the Sentient Sands files under your custom campaign, because you always want to make a custom campaign. So like I have one right now for the Horde, and then I had one for One Armed Toji, and then the default one. Go into your Sentient Sands profile, find your server, find your campaign, find your character, and edit their backstory, their personality, and their speech quirks, and that will help out a ton. Helps a ton. Helps a ton. Okay. Ruka, this is my daughter, Morrigan. My son Luke is around here as well, though he still holds much of our old beliefs. Though he is likely to be a bit rough to talk to. I myself am a more pragmatic man and see what we are up against. No point in hating each other anymore. Not with the dead walking. Indeed. I wish I was able to continue the initial chat without requoting them. I mean, sometimes I can. Like, I can go up to NPCs after, like, say we're fighting about something. I can go up to an NPC, a character, and be like, "So, what were we talking about? I want to revisit that conversation that we were having earlier about this, like about something." And it usually goes back through and rescans it. I haven't had much of an issue with that. Your daughter carries herself well. The way she watches the gates tells me she learned to read the room before entering it. You've raised her right, Flatskin. War makes you see things others miss. I knew a warrior like that once. He read the ground like a scripture. Didn't save him in the end, but he saw the end coming before any of us. I'm assuming the sleep thing is coming from somebody else. Yeah, okay. I'm going to decrease this actually again. 5. Okay. All right, we should get a move out and train some more. I don't know how long this city will hold, but the Horde batters it every day. Plan is to continue out west and gather supplies and allies along the way. What they say. Father, I can speak for myself. Oh, jeez, okay. But yes, I am Morrigan. The dead don't care about our allegiances, and neither should we. I like that she's like that. You don't have to talk for me. You don't have to talk for me. I like that. I like it. It's good. I'll grab my plank. The dead won't wait for speeches. Lead the way, Arthur. It's good. I'd rather be moving than sitting behind these walls waiting for a crack. Let me grab my naginata and move. Good. Good, good, good. Trushek died with Crawl. Oh, jeez. Wow. A lot of conversations happening. Yeah, I like that she's developing. I already like the personalities of Arthur's kids, like the way that they're developing. I do really like the way that they're developing already, right? Like, Luke is very much kind of a dick. He's kind of an ass. He's got that stoic, Okranite, like pride, that refusal to put things down. He's got kind of an attitude, right? I like that. Morrigan seems very strong and very take charge, but also sort of reserved right now, right? Like I like the dynamic that's taking place. Luke respects his dad, but has his beliefs. Morrigan loves her dad, but strives for independence. And Arthur is just trying to keep his family safe and wrangle them both. I like it. I like it. It's gonna be good. It's good. What is that? These dust bandits? Yeah, okay. I like it. All right, so the plan is to head west. Yeah, I think the going plan is to head west. We can't go up north because the Holy Nation will attack us. Yeah, so let's head up towards the hub, and then we'll head straight over from there. At 10:42, okay. Just keeping an eye on the time. Keeping an eye on the time. Oh, hold on, I got a text. What is this? Who dares to text me? Got it. Okay. Oh, good. Easy stuff. Love it. Love it. Oh, man. Have you tried buying stuff with Sentient Sands? It's so cool how they can barter and you can find stuff that's not in the shops and make the shops more live, especially when returning. I have actually, last playthrough, I bought a spare limb for one of the mercenaries that lost his leg during one of our raids. I did. I did it by dialogue. I was like, hey, I need a right leg. I need like a right leg, scout leg right. And they sold it to me for like 1,000 cats. It was cool. You should get your stealth up and sit in the Ashland domes to survive. I mean, yeah, but that wouldn't be a very, very good narrative. That wouldn't be very good for the role play. For the role play, I don't imagine the hub's gonna last very long. I think the hub's gonna get fucking swarmed. We should get the Shinobi Thieves on our side. What happened to Arthur's wife? I missed the first few minutes. So it hasn't been disclosed yet. I hadn't fully decided what the story with Arthur's wife is. I think that's going to be something that is revealed later. Yeah, I think it's going to be something that's revealed later. I haven't quite decided what's happening with him. And you actually have a Discord? I do. I have a members-only Discord. If your YouTube is linked to your Discord, you're a channel member, you can go ahead and join the members-only Discord. It's there. It's a good time. We talk about good stuff. There's a couple other YouTubers in there as well. Paydystrophia, Muffin Top, Frankie was here is there. They're also, if you have any questions, like it's a good place to get a hold of them. Chat with them. We talk about lore. We talk about food. We talk about a bunch of stuff. All right, so let's continue to hit guards. What's happening? Another zombie horde? Oh, nope. There's triangle banditos. Go on, Ruka. Go on. Use these triangle bandits to help build up our skills. Gotta get strong. Gotta get real strong. We talk about Toji after series. That's true. That's true. A couple people have been posting because at the end of the Toji series, I told everyone that I wanted them to, post about what their canon ending for Toji is because I left it deliberately kind of like open ended, and people have been posting in there what their canon ending for Toji is, what happened after he walked off into the sunset. Oh man, dude, Arthur's getting kind of fucked up. Oh, dude, he's got a really good attack. We gotta back up. We need to gotta back up. Gotta back it up. And back it up. And back it up. We can join the fight, but we shouldn't be leading the fight. We're not strong enough for that. Not strong enough for that. Good, 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 good. Guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop over here. And we're gonna attack you, set you here. Good. Everybody heal up for a second. Hold. You have a med kit too, right? Yeah, you're gonna be versed. On what day did the zombies get stronger? So they get strong. There's trigger zombies. So somewhere out in the world, or during a raid, once you set up a base, the zombies will launch raids at you, and when they do, there's going to be unique named zombies that will, once killed, will trigger the world states, and that causes the next phase to occur. So you'll know when you see them. They're the only zombies that have weapons because I have the no weapons patch on. So if I find a zombie that has a weapon, that's a zombie that triggers a world state change. Toji fell ill after eating a dinner in Vane's wet market, spreading a new plague to the continent's north. It's true. It's true. This whole thing is actually just a hiver flu. The whole zombie apocalypse is actually just a hiver flu. Alright, gather up some materials, gather up some weapons and stuff to sell. Search the bodies. Why are there so many hyper zombies to start with? I think that the weaker, because there's like 10 or 15 different types of zombies, and I think that the weaker variant of zombies that you start out with are primarily the slave and hyper zombies, because they have weaker limbs. Oop, there we go. Ah. Okay, got back up. Poke him. Poke him. Poke him in the chest. Hell yeah. Poke him right in the chest. Right in his little bitch chest. Age restricted server is a bit much. I'm not giving my Discord ID. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I did it just to keep people safe. I don't... I've heard too many Discord horror stories of people, fucking minors and stuff being exposed to things they shouldn't be exposed to. Not that I have any of that stuff on my server, of course, but you just the whole point of the age verification on the Discord server is for the purposes of keeping everyone safe and making sure that no one is getting in there that shouldn't be in there. It's all for the point of keeping everyone safe, both the people in the server and the people out of the server. No one should be exposed to something ridiculous or anything like that. We have rules, of course, but like even if someone were to post something fucking asinine before I get a chance to remove it, I don't need anybody seeing nothing. It's just a point of it. Never had anything like that happen, of course, but and I tend to be very careful on the rules and all that stuff, but yeah, I've heard too many horror stories. Too many horror stories. I refuse. Want nothing to do with it. Adults only. Heroes selling our data. Joke's on him. Deep Web already has my data. Touche. I've had my identity stolen at least 3 times. Not actually. Only once. Only once. And it wasn't my identity. It was literally just one of my cards, but that's fine. You can never say never when moderating online spaces, unfortunately. Well, and that's my point. Like I try really hard to keep the space safe for everyone involved, but I also have to be cognizant enough to to acknowledge that like there might be a time when someone does something stupid, or there might be conversations that I might be off doing something else and not paying attention to what's happening on the server at the time, or one of my mods isn't paying attention and something could slip through, and it might be a minute or two before it gets removed and the person gets dealt with. I don't need a demographic of people in that server that are vulnerable being exposed to that. Also, I don't need a demographic of people in my server. And if because again, if you're a channel member, you can get in the server, you can talk to us. It's not like I have like anything in there beyond that. But like, I don't need adults being in the same server as children. That's asinine. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for it. It's just way safer that way for everybody. I don't know everyone well enough to confidently be like, everyone here is a stunning individual. The point of entry is that you have to be a member of my channel, and you have to have your Discord and your YouTube linked. Beyond that, it's not like I'm like fucking doing background checks on everybody in there. I don't fucking know who you are, Yeah. Adult man doesn't want to hang out with kids more at 6. Yeah, I mean literally, yeah, that's literally basically like I'm a 28-year-old man. I have 2 kids. I don't want to be hanging out with fucking children, basically. That's literally what it comes down to. I don't want to be hanging out with children. It's weird. And nobody should want to be hanging out with children. It's fucking weird. So I have age verification on the server. I understand if you don't want to put your ID in. Like, I'm not like shitting on you for it. I'm just explaining it. It's there to protect both of them and everyone else in the server. There's just there for a reason. Heroes of Discord for a single player game. Kenshi 2 writer confirmed. These rumors are gonna kill me. These rumors are gonna kill me. Ooh, this could be fun. Has a polearm now, and I'd like to keep that. Lies. Hero stalks me every day. I saw him in the trees. He knows everything about me. Constantly haunted by Hero. It's true. I'm in the trees, man. I'm in the trees, hanging out in the trees, man. I'm always there, watching, waiting, lurking, emojiing. Teachers are weird because they hang around kids. Little different, although there are a good number of weird fucking teachers. So, little different, but, no, it's just a safety precaution. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, as a dad, like I would never let my fucking kids in a Discord server for a YouTuber. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care who the YouTuber is. I don't care. They're never like it's not gonna happen. My kids will never be in a server with a teacher ever. They'll never be in a server with did I say teacher? I didn't mean to say teacher. They'll never be in a server with like a YouTuber or a content creator or anything like that ever. I refuse. If they are, we're gonna have problems. And so like on that same note, like I don't want fucking kids in my servers. Fuck that. Hell nah. Absolutely not. Again, I've heard way too many horror stories, man. I've heard way too many horror stories. I got the simple katana mod from Hayden Mecker, and it looks really cool. Looks really badass. I'm gonna give Ruka 2 of them. Have her dual wield them. She's gonna look badass. It's gonna be beastly. Okay, so the plan is to head west. I think I saw Hobbs in here. I'm a dad. I enjoy being around kids, but I would be super weirded out talking to an 11-year-old about Kenshi themes. Yeah. Also, like, I'm a dad, and I don't mind being around. Truthfully, I don't really like kids other than my own, but that's neither here nor there. I find 99% of children viscerally annoying. I love my kids, and I don't find my kids really annoying most of the time. They're still my kids. I'm around them 24/7. I work from home, so they definitely get on my fucking nerves sometimes. But I find most kids incredibly annoying. But like, I don't mind being around kids that I know, like my nieces, my nephews, family members, my friends' kids. Like, I don't mind that. I don't want to be in a server talking about Kenshi with a random child from who knows where. Like, that's weird. That's weird, right? That's weird. That's weird behavior. Who would want that? That's fucking weird. Odd behavior. Kids are like little cab drivers. Dr. Cox said it best. They're annoying, they're rude, they interrupt you, and you can barely understand them. They're like little cab drivers. They're like little cab drivers. I'm a teacher. The longer I do this, the more sensitive I become to how kids receive things from adults with great power, etc. I try to do everything I can to make everyone comfortable. It's tricky. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. You know? You wanna be a good influence, but you also gotta keep that balance, you know? These dust bandits? What the fuck? Dust bandits walking. They're just waltzing in here? Just waltzing in. Funny thing is it's not Hero I wouldn't trust with my ID. It's Discord. Oh, yeah. No, it's literally Discord. I don't think that it's me in the slightest. I don't even get your ID when you do it. Like, it's not like I get a fucking picture of your ID. It's Discord, and I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I am in no way shitting on you for not wanting to do it. I get it 100%, and I agree with you. I'm simply explaining why I have it on, because I know that some people are really, like, nervous and weird about the Discord, like, the ID verification thing. But I'm just explaining, like, why I have it there, and that it's there for a reason, you know? Would you like a picture of my ID? It's free. I ain't got no money. You can take it if you want it. I ain't got no money. To be fair, a lot of adults are these days are annoying too. That's true. That's true. That's true. Also true. Adults are annoying. Let's all send Hero our IDs. How about we don't do that? How about we don't do that? I only dislike it because I can't use mobile Discord with it on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, the thing is like, it's probably super hypocritical of me in this regard, but, like, I wouldn't sign up for be part of a Discord server that I had to put my ID in for either, because I don't want to give Discord my ID. They've had too many leaks. I totally get it. But as someone who's running a server with a community, I also have to, you know, take the safety of everyone there into account, and part of that means that I have to do that. You know, I have to do that. It has to be a safe place. How about no? I'm gonna send Hero my social. No, guys, don't do this. Don't send me anything. I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. Don't send me anything. Don't send me a fucking thing, guys. Oh man. Us King's Fort's over there. We are not strong enough for that. We're going to continue to head over. We're going to head west. We're going to head west into the the United Cities territory and see what we can do there. See what we can do there. What we can do there. Oh, hold on. We're getting a bit of a lag spike for a second. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm getting a bit of a lag spike. Give me half a second, guys. Not on the game, but like on OBS. Heroes Discord is actually a fetish fandom channel. No, 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 no. It's funny how much I actually frequently, like, I wouldn't say shit talk, but kind of, it seems to be fixed now. How much I frequently kind of shit talk the weird fetishization of the Shek. I think it's odd. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum, but I do think that the Kenshi community over fetishes the Shek. The muscle mommy thing, like they overdo it. I've noticed. I think they overdo it sometimes. I think it's a little too much. Oh, all right, we got zombies. Zombies incoming. Hold your ground. If they swarm, we scatter and meet at the way station south of here. Couple zombies. Understood, I'll hold the line, but if this turns sour, I'm gone before the first one gets past me. Wow, Luke's really changed his fucking tone, hasn't he? Kick their ass. Arthur's kind of a beast, man. He's fucking giving it. You talk like someone who hasn't seen a proper formation hold. Was that Holy Nation training or just hard years on the road? Wow. Oh, who has seen a proper formation hold? Hard years. The Holy Nation training teaches you to die for a lie. The road teaches you to... You see, I got to change that in his thing. He's supposed to be a little bit more Okrinism. But I do like that they're talking to each other. We may have a bit of a problem. Swarm's coming in, and they're coming in. How are we doing health-wise? We're holding. We're holding. Yeah, Swarm's getting bigger, guys. Swarm's getting bigger. Do we have, like, another group behind us? Or what's up with it? Yeah, okay. Swarm's getting bigger. They are walking slowly right now, which is good. These are some slow zombies. They're not nearly as fast, which is good. That's the way we like it. Beat the shit out of him. Beat the shit out of him. How you doing, Ruka? Okay, she's going. She's building up that skill. Building up that skill. We'll hold the line. Hold the line. That is... Okay, okay, hold on. So this is a Shek zombie, and it is thick and stronger. Much stronger. Okay, much stronger. It is thick and much stronger. Beat the shit out of it with pure numbers. Yeah, take it down. We're gonna de-equip that shit. You get no martial arts bonuses, goddamn you. No martial arts bonuses. Luke, chop away at this one. Yeah. I think we can do this. I think we can hold the line. I think we can hold the line. We got to train up. This is the only way we're going to be able to survive. It's going to get way worse. Going to get way worse. Okay, we're starting. They're starting to swarm. They're starting to swarm. Are we saved by the goats? Are those goats or dogs? Saved by the goats, baby. Hell yeah. Saved by the goats. Go get them, goats. Saved by a legion of fucking goats. We received allies from the least likely of places, the goats. The goats. Luke's starting to move a bit quicker. My guy's getting proficient with that cleaver. He's starting to move faster. Getting some moves on him. Nice. Nice, nice. How does this mod work? Did they get infected? The infection continues to grow and get stronger. The enemies will get more intense and more, like, higher stats. They'll get faster, more aggressive. They'll start to destroy towns and cities. They'll, like, actually siege them, not just, like, world state changes. They'll actually go in and kill everybody and eat them. It's the whole thing. Set zombies that default to the martial arts stance. Best zombies in any universe. I agree. I agree. The downside is that when they get like super strong, right? Like later on as they evolve, they're gonna be doing like flips and shit. Like they're gonna be literal martial artists, doing flips and shit. It's gonna be bananas. We're gonna need archers for days, archers and animals for days. Hell yeah! Saved by the army of goats. That's the way we like it. This fucking string bean, this zombie man. In my rule, I have a in my run, I have a rule where I'm not allowed to harm any goat, even have to save them. Then I walked into the Tower of Goats earlier. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, that's yeah, that'll do it. Speaking of music, lo-fi shorts have music that aren't from Kenshi. That means Kenshi 2 music must be complete. I mean, maybe. I don't actually know. I don't know. Do you, like, what short are you specifically speaking of? Oh, what? Zombie infection armor? What? Interesting. They have their own... I mean, you can't wear it. It's locked in place, but... interesting. That's really cool. I wonder what it does. Like, what's the point of it? Oh, it's what keeps them weighed down. That's how they're weighed down right now. That's why they're moving so slow. Interesting. Interesting. They have a Mod of the Week series. They've been doing music on it. Isn't Kenshi one? I do. So I wonder what the deal with that is then, because I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that. The Mod of the Week series. Okay, so... all right, so the goats are here. All right, we can continue moving down towards the way station. Go, go, go. Fine, then. Keep your secrets. I have to. I'm sorry. There's got to be an order of mystery. In the OKC. Oklahoma City. I am the Mac Daddy of Rainy Street. The Mac Daddy of Arlen. All right, so we found our first horde. That was something. It wasn't like super dangerous. We did get swarmed a little bit there, but I can see how in large numbers, or later on, that could potentially prove to be a devastating adversary, a horde like that. When health-wise, we could probably rest up a little bit. Yeah, I could definitely see how that could be a devastating adversary later on. I've never seen Hero and Alex Caruso in the same room. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Does squad size affect them? I would assume so, but I don't know. I don't know. Damn zombies. As they increase in number, they continue. They get more and more. Some movies have zombie animals like bears, tigers that are just terrifying. Can you imagine an actual zombie big thing? They already look like they're equal. They already look like and are equally brutal. Elder zombie big thing. My God. I already missed your I may have missed it, but in your answer. But what I meant was if the players can get infected. I don't think so. No. I don't think so, but I don't know. I have to check the mod page, but I don't think so. No. There, like, I don't know if so the player can't get infected per se, but what I don't know is if after they die, if the player will be like turned zombie or something. I have no idea. I don't think so. I think that might be outside the purview of what the mod can do, but I don't know. Zombie beak thing is on my Sharknado 2026 bingo card. It's true. It's true. All right, have Ruka rest up, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, so the zombies are already starting to try and take some of the way stations. They're popping in here consistently. Eventually, the zombies, as they get stronger, they will take the way station. They will take them. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. Alright, let's continue off this way. Zombie Leviathans? My god, you guys are absolute animals. How could you picture such monstrosities? Such utter monstrosities. I'd rather take a peeler than ever know a zombie beak thing exists. Oh, dude, yeah, I'd take a peeler straight to the nads before I ever went near a zombie beak thing. The only upside would be that I think it would probably kill you quickly because it has unrestricted strength and it's just going to fucking come right down and tear you in twain. But still, I want no part of that. Tear you in twain. All right, we're in Skinner's Row. I imagine this place is going to be a hotbed for zombies. Good news is if we get near bulls, we can have the bulls fight for us. Just run off to a pack of bulls. Bugmaster might stand a good chance. Touché. Touché. Off-topic question here, but have you tried contacts? I use them when I'm at work because I hate the way glasses sit on my nose, but recently I've been left feeling like I have dust in my eyes. I have never done contacts because my vision's not bad enough to need them. My vision is 20/30, so like I can read and see perfectly fine almost without these, which is why I don't usually have them on. All these do is add just a little bit of extra clarity. My vision's really not that bad. I only started wearing them more recently again because, you know, if I don't wear them, eventually my eyes will get worse because they are struggling to a degree. My eye will get worse because one of my eyes is fine. The other one has a slight variation in there. So they will get worse eventually. So I'm just trying to take preemptive measures to keep my eyesight, you know, well. I'd rather not have my vision get worse as I get older. Not if I can avoid it. But they're not bad enough for me to even warrant contacts because the truth is that if I don't have my glasses on, I can still see completely fine. Again, it adds a tiny bit of extra clarity. It's such a small amount of clarity that I don't realize that it's not clear until I put my glasses on and look at it, and then I'm like, oh, okay. The Bugmaster did all of this was a sick, twisted experiment by the Bugmaster, by the Boog Man. By the Boog Man. Like a wolves. BRB if it ends, see you tomorrow. Yeah, I mean I still got like 15, 20 minutes before stream's over. Before we pack it up for the evening. We're gonna try and head west. I think that's a good move. Head out west. Spend a little bit of time in the United Cities. I imagine the United Cities is going to be faring interestingly against them. But the United Cities deserts are usually so packed with people that I imagine it's just utter chaos there all the time. Nomads. Haven't seen many zombies out this way. That's good. That's good. What we hit at the gym tonight, lad? Today's actually cardio because I have a repeated stress injury in my right hand, and because of that, I have taken the week off of actual strength training because I don't want to make it worse by, you know, like gripping the handles of the equipment and the barbells and the weights and all that stuff. So I took the week off of strength training, and I've been doing cardio all week just as a way to, you know, keep going and burn off a little bit of water, some of the extra excess water weight and all that stuff, but also like not fuck with my hand. So it's been cardio pretty much all week. Cardio pretty much all week. Which is fine. I like cardio. Yeah, I have a repeated stress injury in my right thumb, which is annoying. It's from what is it? I spent like 20 hours straight editing between you know, doing my own videos, Kenshi Coliseum, my preacher video, you know, helping do my series with Lo-Fi and all that stuff. Yeah, I fucked my hand up. The hell? Whoa, big fucking camp of zombies down here. All right, we got a horde down here. A little bit of a horde down here. Yeah, okay, we got a horde down here. Good to know. Good to know. Black Desert, not a safe place. I wondered what the Black Desert situation was going to be because you know, it's the Black Desert. Like it rains fucking acid and shit there. I wondered what the situation was going to be. Yeah, it turns out there's a ton of zombies there. Are they immune to acid? I'm not sure. What's the backstories as to why there's zombies here? I haven't fully decided on that yet. It might be something that we dictate later, that we determine later. But as of right now, I have no fucking idea. Oh, they're all moving. What are they moving towards? I think they're fighting something, but I couldn't begin to tell you what. Old machines, maybe? Beak things? Are they heading towards me? What's happening right now? They're all headed towards something. I don't know. That's some risky business. Some risky business. You know the streamers that run on treadmills to run in games? Just hear me out. Oh, dude, I would wholeheartedly like do something like that. If I had the money and the space to do it, I would get a VR catwalk and just VR all day, dude. I love VR so much. I would do my cardio in Skyrim. I would literally walk from one end of Skyrim to the other, do my cardio in Skyrim. Hands down, Fallout and Skyrim. Get my cardio in the verse. Come down, Morrigan. Go kick this guy's ass. What's the best katana in vanilla? Meito. Or, you know, Edgewalker if you're making your own, but the Meito variants. I personally like the Meito no Dachi that you get off of Savant. It's personally my favorite, but everyone's got their preference. Which is better, Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas? I mean, I personally think that New Vegas has way better writing. And that's not just me, that's the general consensus. New Vegas has better writing. I thought that Fallout 3's story was, I don't know. Fallout 3's story had a couple of issues with it. I think it was carried on the back of Liam Neeson, which, like, but it's fucking Liam Neeson, you know? Of course it's carried on Liam Neeson's back, but, like, I think it was largely like, oh, look, we have Liam fucking Neeson, everybody, and everyone just kind of like collectively gasped. I thought the story for Fallout 3 was kind of weak in the grand scheme of things. New Vegas just has better environments, better stories, better factions, more options. New Vegas is just collectively a better game. It's just a better game, jank and all, because New Vegas is also janky as fuck. New Vegas is also janky as fuck, but writing, story-wise, you know, companion-wise, all of it, it's just good. It's just really good. Just really good. How are we doing on food? fine. Okay, so we managed to escape that relatively unfazed. Edge 3 is the best you can craft. Mato is the best you can find. Indeed. Indeed. Done in 16 months, by the way. Nice. Nice. Nice, nice. I played Fallout 3 first, hated it, put it down, reluctantly played New Vegas and was pleasantly surprised with it. Replayed 3 after and kind of liked it, but New Vegas is superior. So I played Fallout 3 on release, wasn't too crazy about it, but I was also I was pretty young at the time. So I didn't think I fully grasped it because I was pretty young when Fallout 3 came out. When did Fallout 3 drop? What year did it come out? What year did Fallout 3 come out? Fallout 3 came out in... Oh, not the fucking... I don't know when... I don't want to know when it takes place. I want to know when it came out. 2008. Yeah, so I was like 11. I was like 11 years old, 10 or 11 years old when it came out. And I just... I couldn't get into it, I remember. And I preferred, Elder Scrolls more, but I also couldn't get into Oblivion at the time either for the same reason. I was just too young. I was just too young for me specifically to really appreciate it. And then when Skyrim came out, that was the first Elder Scrolls game that I really got into. And then I revisited Oblivion and absolutely adored it afterwards. I didn't revisit Fallout 3 until probably 2012, 2013. And that was awesome. I played it extensively when I did it, and I loved it. And then I got Fallout New Vegas on PC, and it took a lot of work to get it to work, but once I got it to work, I was enamored. And then I got Fallout 4 in 2016, and I enjoyed Fallout 4 too. Not as much as narratively, not as much as New Vegas. Fallout 4 has its issues, but I did really enjoy it. From a gameplay perspective, I enjoyed Fallout 4 immensely. I like the settlement system a ton. As you can imagine, me being me, I like the settlement system a ton. I enjoyed the gameplay aspects of it. I personally like what they did with Power Armor. I know a lot of people were bitching about it, but I like what they did with Power Armor. And truthfully, what they did with Power Armor in Fallout 4 is more close to the original lore than what they did with it in subsequent games. And Fallout 3 and all that stuff. The original lore, the Power Armor makes more sense in Fallout 4, but according to the lore anyway. But there's definitely there was upsides and downsides to Fallout 4, but I personally enjoyed it quite a bit. And an interesting twist, my favorite DLC for Fallout 4 is the one that was universally disliked by a lot of people, which is not Automatron, but I say universally. It was disliked by a lot of people, which is the Nuka World DLC. I really like Nuka World. I thought it was a ton of fun. Okay, so this outpost is getting full-on swarmed right now. Full-on swarmed right now. Ton of zombies in here. Was not expecting that. Giving this a go, man. We gotta help these guys out. There's more zombies out here, right? Is it just the one? Yeah, it's just the one. Arthur, you gotta get over here. Stay close to Morrigan. What's Luke doing? Luke just hopped a fucking turret. Didn't even care. Dude hopped a turret. Said, fuck it, let's go. We ball. Ruka, too. Oh my god, they're all just hopping turrets. You know what? Fuck it. Grab a turret. Let's go. Morgan, get over here. Is there another turret over here? There is not. There is not. Morgan, get over here. Start firing. Fire away. Morgan, where you at? Okay, cool. Cool. Nope, okay. All right, we're still shooting them. Who are you? You are not a zombie, you're a blood raider. Different enemy. Different enemy. I'm gonna shoot him regardless. Friendly fire happens. I like how we just commandeered these guys' turrets. We're aiding in the cause. Oh my god, dude. I feel like it's just constant stream of enemies. I saw someone did a shitposty RimWorld in Kenshi run, a Bannerlord in Kenshi with vassals. Come on, it could be fun. There is a Kenshi mod for Bannerlord, but I'm told it's been discontinued. And then there is another one that's in development but isn't done yet. That was a lot of zombies that swarmed this place. Jesus. You gotta change the horses in Bannerlord to be beak things. Everyone's mounted up on beak things. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. So we've managed to make it to the UC. Not bad, not bad, not bad. How are our stats looking? We are starting to build some strength up. We're getting there. We're getting there. I really want to see Beak Thing Shek Riders. Oh, me too, dude. Beak Thing Shek Riders would be fire. Usually tech hunters get irritated when you get on their turrets. I mean, it's a fair response, but also when you're being attacked by a horde of the undead, I feel like they get the hell over that real quick. When the alternative is that you get swarmed by a horde of the undead, you know, you get over that. You get right the hell over that. Honestly, a spot like this is not a over here is not a bad spot to base for a playthrough like this, just because you can see them coming from any direction. Like if you were to base over here on the cliff, not a bad place to be. You can see the enemy coming from any direction. You know, they're all swarming in. You could see them. You could see them coming in. I'll probably end up basing in gut just because it's got natural beak thing defense, but I need to be stronger before we can do that because we're gonna have to fight off a horde of fucking beak things to do it. We might temporarily base in one of the cities. See what happens there, just until we can get our feet off the ground. Let's actually head over this way. We're gonna head over by where the moon cult is and whatnot. We invenge right now? Yeah, let's fucking not do that. Get away from the space lasers, thank you. I need to save the Horde. Horde emergency save. Stunning. Stunning! Stunning. Shek and Bannerlord, I'd take Kenshi mod over Old Realms. Dude, I would, if Bannerlord got a full Kenshi overhaul, the things that I would do, let me tell you. That would be absolutely fucking incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible. Fucking peak is what that would be. Those are some fast zombies. We got some runners over here. That is a little mini horde over there. We'll make a fortress in the gut. They'll never be able to stop us. The natural beak thing defense will protect us. What are they fighting? Dogs. They're fighting dogs. Stupid asses. I'd go over and help, but you know, the dogs will. The dogs will turn. Yeah, the natural beak thing defense will hopefully keep us safe. For a Thursday night palate cleanser, we'll be playing Bannerlord Kenshi Edition. I wish. No, tomorrow we're gonna be doing Elden Vins again, the anime overhaul for Elden Ring, where it makes everything super fucking ridiculously stylized and nuts. But I'm gonna be doing it with Muffin this time. Oh my god, there's so many fucking zombies everywhere I look. There's zombies. Who are they fighting? They're fighting vagrants. Yeah, they're gonna fucking devour them. Alright, we need to get to the city. Just keep moving. Get to the city. We can get into Trader's Edge. We should be fine. Set up there for now. Morrigan, put your backpack on. Remember, you can eat some food for a minute. Nice. All right, we've made it into Trader's Edge. So now we're in a major city. We should be in a better position to survive in here for a while. All right, you three. We have arrived in the United Cities. Den of Greed and Den of Greed. Keep your wits about you. We won't be long, but we can use a respite and potentially look for some more allies here. See what they have to say. I've heard stories of the weak desert kings. Yes, yes, you have. Yes, you have. But never before have I witnessed such bulbous, useless-looking beings. Something we can agree on. I don't like this place. Too many walls, too many eyes, but a roof beats sleeping under the dead's feet. Yeah, yeah. The Empire's coin stinks, but their forge fires burn true. I'll scout the weaponsmiths while you sniff out recruits. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, to the bars. Morrigan, you go with Ruka to the weaponsmith. See if you guys can barter for some weapons or something. Luke is going to come with me. We're going to look for some recruits in the bar. Anybody that looks good. Oh, this dude's got an old samurai look about him. Got an old samurai look about him. Koji, the necromantic one-armed king, sits in his lair as his family lays blissfully unaware of what awaits for them. It's... Oh, man. Iniquity. This den of iniquity and greed. Alright, Slant. You there. You look like you are in need for purpose. Gathering recruits, Arthur is. He's building his round table, one might say. I like the cut of this guy's jib. He's got that old samurai look to him, and I like it. It's good. It's good. I like the cut of his jib. Oh, man. You to respond, good man? Kenshi 1 had a canon ending cutscene for a specific scenario. Would it have to be based... what would it be based on? Beating Catlan in the Second Empire's fall, beating Tengu Lung in the riots, or just consumed by the sand? Probably either consumed by the sand or beating Catlan. Actually, fun fact, samurai did not shave their head or have a receding... did not have a receding hairline. They deliberately shaved their head like this. As a symbol, both of their honor. They had long hair, and they would tie it in the bow in the back. But the top of their head, they actually kept shaved because their helmets would stay on their head better. It was so that way their helmets would stay on their head better. Less movement on their head. Yeah, it would fit better. It would feel better. It would stay on their head better. All of that stuff. It was so that way their samurai helmets would stay on better. I'm choosing to believe this is Ares' cousin. Indeed, indeed. I fully believe that the daughter is going to date a skeleton. Forbidden Lovers story. Who knows? Who knows? What did this man say? Purpose gets people killed in this city. I prefer quiet and a full water skin. You say that even as the dead march around the city could overtake you all any day now. Is that why you're bald? No, I'm bald because of poor genetics. Although I prefer aerodynamic. The dead have been marching for days now. I'm still here. They're still dead. That's enough purpose for me. Maybe I was wrong about you. Shame. Could have used another sword. Swords get loaned out and broken in this town in order to keep mine where it is and stay out of the ground. All right, what a bitch. Fuck that guy. What a bitch. What a little bitch boy. Wah, wah, wah. That's you. That's him. Being a bitch. Aerith's cousin's a dick. Aerith's cousin's kind of a dick. Kind of a dick. I need an Uncle Iroh figure for the party, okay? I need like an old Uncle Iroh figure, right? Arthur's like, you know, the you know, mid-30s, early 40s-year-old father figure, but I need an Uncle Iroh, man. Out of here. Ruka, what, do business. What do you got here? What do you got here? Tell me. Tell me what you have. Tell me your thing. Tell me your stuff. What do you got? Get a simple long katana from him. Merchant. Oh, hold on. We gotta put Ruka in front. Put Ruka in front for a minute. Give her a minute. Merchant. I come seeking a simple, long katana of decent quality. What would the cost be? What would the cost be? What are some tips on being bald? Is there a specific razor that you use? Is there a bald-specific sunscreen? What about wax? Yay or nay? I would be down for wax, but it's expensive. Is there a specific razor I use? No, just anything that, you know, if there's... I'll use a Bic if I have to. It's not a big deal. Specific sunscreen? No, just normal sunscreen. That's fine. Or wear a hat. Those work, too. I've been watching trade... no, that's not what I asked. God damn it, you fucking pain in the ass. A Shek with taste. This one's well forged, not rusted. Rusted junk you'll find in the gut. I'll let it go for 2,800 cats. I carry 700 cats on me. I require a simple, long katana for that amount. Trying to give it simple dialogue for Ruka. $700 cats? That might buy you the scabbard if I was feeling generous. Come back when you've got real money. Oh, fuck that guy. What did I expect? What did I expect? You sit here and talk to every NPC? Not all the time, but it does add some dialogue to it. Plus, I can sometimes get unique deals and stuff. I can get weapons and armor for cheaper. I can barter and all that kind of stuff. You know, and also it builds the character profiles up in the Sentient Sands like dialogue library, so that way the characters start to develop more personality. It's almost like training them to behave a certain way. Yeah, and it makes rumors which will spread throughout the world to increase you know, like world events and all that stuff. It's effectively training the AI. It's effectively training the AI, which is the point. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go there. I think I might have seen your videos on YouTube before. Probably. Probably. I'm gonna level with you. Probably. I actually recently. So I have 508 videos between my long form and my shorts content, almost all of them Kenshi related, on YouTube. And then I also recently have been partnered up with Lo-Fi, and we're making a series together on their channel. So I actually, one of their more recent shorts that they posted, the How to Kenshi, That was me. That was me. Oh, the undead have made it into the city. Not gonna mean much right now, but you know they're there. There was one person I've seen on YouTube that talked to the NPCs. It may have been mine. I do have a short that got, you know, a good number of views. It did take off pretty well. I think it got like 30 or 40,000 views, that short, where I was using sentient sands to talk to NPCs. It was there's one where I picked a fight in the hub, and there's one where I got roasted by Flying Bull. I got absolutely roasted by Flying Bull. Bastard. It was the roasted Flying Bull one. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I got absolutely roasted by a fucking toaster. He hurt my feelings. He hurt my feelings. Not actually, but, you know, it's funny. So is that why you hate Flying Bulls so much? I mean, dude, he flayed me. He flayed me. It was nonsense. Absolutely flayed me. All right, we need to find a way to make some money. We need to make some money. Right now, we're just kind of aimlessly wandering, and that's not going to work. We need to make some money. So how do we want to go about doing that? Easiest way to make money would be to check for caravans and stuff. So I think the best course of action is probably to wander the dunes for a minute. The AI uses actual in-game item name specifically, so adding long before katana might throw it off. No. I'm using a long katana. The weapon specifically that I'm looking for is the simple long katana. It uses the actual in-game item name, which is why I said it. I'm trying to buy a second simple long katana. That's why I put it in quotes. And is that why you're on a quest to ruin his reputation, claiming he's a fraud, allegedly? He is a fraud. I've said he was a fraud well before the roasting happened. He is a fraud. He is a fraud. He's a fanboy is what it is. He's just a Shagger fanboy. I got into Sentient Sands after watching these streams. I found Kenshi being richer for it. Yeah, I find that it just adds like a little bit of extra narrative to the playthrough, right? Like it's not the center of the playthrough, but it does add a little bit of extra narrative to it. There's something about being able to have your forces give a war cry before a fight, or something about being able to like have a dialogue with NPCs that you've traveled with for a long time, or mourn the loss of an NPC that you have traveled with for a long time. That's really cool. You know, really cool. It adds a little bit of depth to your playthrough. I like it. It's fun. Adds a bit of depth. Who are you? More zombies? No. Samurai, surprisingly. I basically just expect everybody that I find out in the dunes to be fucking zombies. Up towards Stout. I haven't seen much in the way of zombies. Anything? Yeah, surprisingly, no. Tech hunters. Yeah, okay. All right. The dunes appear to be pretty decent in terms of keeping the zombies out, which is cool because that gives us an opportunity to train up a little bit more. We need to get strong. We need to get maximum over strong. Following master. Okay. I've noticed there's not a single weapon tutorial on YouTube. Could be valuable content. Hidden stats like types of attack and cleaves. It's hard to tell how they perform from base weapon stats. So they are there. It's all Frankie. It's all Frankie. Frankie's the man that does that stuff. That's his thing. Frankie's the guy for that. Anything mechanically related, I would turn to Frankie. He knows the game's mechanics inside and out. Frankly, far better. Frankly, see what I did there? Frankly, far better than I. Apparently, don't update Kenshi beyond 3.0. Kenshi lib will not work with the higher versions. I'm using 3.0.3 right now, and I don't plan on updating anytime soon. I enjoy where it's at. Updates, I think, will break it. All right, we're gonna train up on these guys a little bit. Poke. Beat the shits out of them. We do have a horde coming this way. At least the Holy Nation was honest about their cruelty. These snakes smile while they pick your pockets and call it law. Touche. Touche, touche. Honesty or cruelty, honest cruelty or smiling greed. It's all the all ends the same way with folks like us bleeding in the dust while the rich count their coins. Daughter's got a bit of a tood. She's right, but she's got a bit of a tood. Getting pretty efficient with that naginata. Well, and then she does some shit like that and makes me remember that she's not getting... There we go. That stab was pretty good. That was a pretty good stab. Oh, geez. These guys are weak as hell. Negative 69, negative 46. Yeah, they just swarm me, but they're weak as hell. Honestly, we could probably take a good handful of them. It's these strong ones, these big fucking buff ones that are usually the problem. They have higher strength and stuff, but their stats are still lower, so I think we'll be okay. We'll try our best to hold against the Horde and see what happens. Worst case, we have to run, but this could be a good opportunity for some training. Get our stats up. Nice. A little bit of damage, no big deal. Keep going. All right, Ruka's taking some leg damage. We got to get her to move. Can't risk her slowing down. All right, yep, time to go. Time to go. Yeah, look up Frankie was here. Frankie was here. Actually, if Logic, can you go ahead and link Frankie was here's channel? Can you go ahead and throw that in the chat? If anyone's looking for any mechanical info on Kenshi, like with stats, strengths, modifiers, anything like that, go ahead and check out Frankie. He's the guy. That's the guy to go to. He's the GOAT. If you want lore, if you want you know, base building stuff, lore, anything like that, I'm your man. But if you're looking for anything mechanically related, Frankie's the guy. Lot of zombies. Lot of zombies. Much appreciated, Logic. Much appreciated. Time is it? 11:47. Yeah, we're going to get over to Stout, and then I'm going to have to wrap it up for the evening. Every zombie movie ever. Why do you call them walkers? Because they walk. If they were runners, I'd call them runners or sprinters. When they slow, they slow. Go on through. Yeah, go on through, man. There's a fucking horde of zombies over there. Big one, too. Big-ass horde of zombies. Because in showbiz, zombies is actually a patented term. Is it? Interesting. I didn't know that. I was unaware. Skippers. Streakers. Oh. Oh, no. 28 days later, zombies run, which is scary. Yeah, because they're not technically zombies. 28 days later, zombies are, if I recall correctly, they're not technically zombies, right? It's there's something else going on with them. It's been a while since I've seen the 28 days later movies. Oh, man. Although I did recently rewatch some clips from 28 years later, so that was interesting. Ralph Fiennes is such a good actor. My God. Such a good actor. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I know that, yeah, I ended up going a little over what I usually do, but, yeah, I'm going to call it for the evening because I have to head to the gym. I sincerely thank each and every one of you guys for coming to hang out with me. The first episode of this series has been a great success. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys continue to come around. And a massive thank you to everybody who, you know, joined up with memberships, everybody who donated today, everybody who gifted memberships. I sincerely appreciate it, truly. You know, meeting the dono goal is always, you know, it's a goal. It's not a requirement, but it's a goal. It's something that we want to strive to. And when we're able to meet it, it does, you know, put my mind at ease because this is my job now. So it does help put my mind at ease. I appreciate it, guys, sincerely. You guys are the best. And I will see you guys tomorrow for our non-Kenshi stream. It is going to be our Thursday palette cleanse. We're going to be probably doing Eldon Vins with Muffin Top MD, a fellow YouTuber of mine who also does Kenshi content. So we'll be doing Eldon Vins with Muffin Top. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of the Horde. By the time we get to episode 2, I will have some of the personality quirks worked out for Morgan and Luke and all that stuff. Oh, thank you for the 10. Much appreciated, comrade. Absolute fucking goats over here. Absolute fucking goats over here. You guys are the best. See you later. See you later. Yeah, we'll have that all sorted out. So much appreciated, guys. As always, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life. And I will see you tomorrow for Eldon Vins. Have a good one, everybody. Good night.